Never cry. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying in public. So Muhammad never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying in public.
So the Prophet ﷺ starts to weep.
So Muhammad never cried.
So the Prophet ﷺ starts to weep.
So Muhammad never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying in public.
So the Prophet ﷺ starts to weep. Anta ya Rasulullah, you too, O Messenger of Allah.
So Muhammad never cried.
You cry too? We're not used to seeing you this way. We're not used to seeing the Prophet ﷺ break down. We're not used to seeing the Prophet ﷺ weep in such a fashion. And Rasulullah ﷺ, as he's holding his son, who has now passed away in his hands, and the Prophet ﷺ looks at him and he says, Yabna Auf, O son of Auf, it's rahmah, it's mercy that Allah puts in the heart. Allah put this mercy in my heart. I can't help myself, right? I love this child. And Anas radiallahu anhu said the Prophet ﷺ started to weep more. And we were staring at the Prophet ﷺ, and of course they were crying with him. How would you not if you're sitting?
So Muhammad never cried.
Of course they were crying with him. How would you not if you're sitting?
He's always in seclusion, praying to Allah. He doesn't cry. So Muhammad never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying. Never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying.
Wow.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Chairman, any.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Say Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar.
Never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying.
Wow.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Chairman, any.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Say Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar.
Etie for mecha chia. Seto SSK ena kase. I hope that sound on here clear. Ena bibia so clear. It's a quality no. I hope say it's good okay. It is in case I watch video no or live see na bibi nkoso ya mame hu no comment mo wono mo mesira wa wo join here. Mame hu no comment mo wono mo. Mame hu no ba bia wo hwese to free. Okay. And a Monday open dialogue Monday and a yaba be den. Bibie akonye na to honom said the bear a man for to betimi akyere omunim de no ma adwene is anetie wo ha say no oba ha say na there is no need for you to come and insult somebody so no be nya adwene okay everybody can na adwene na adwene kyere be ba ha say na enyina eden ya dialogue on ya digest na ya hwe na ye de eden e de ya adusua ama enyina ye ho enye den ya obi no wonya adwene okay say fa a Christopher mienu ba begina ha say sisi ya na ye mo e bia one Bible verse bia okay the understanding of one person no e betime differ from the other one so what I say na ye fa enkramofo mienu ba begina ho no ma omo understanding of one particular verse no e betime ba be differ from the omo mienu so the omo ti ase. And I say how omo you be explaining. Say if MCSF form you no be gina honom sisi ya. Omo understanding on one particular issue. Way because I am in favor of this, way because I'm not in favor of that. So omo betime differ. Say kofa 8 years form you no be gina honom. So what is na? We will still find some things be honom now. They will not agree with each other. But that doesn't mean say obiai omu hate omu. So as human beings, you know, even though say we can have and I say our understanding can differ from each other, no, we still have to have that acceptance so we can still sit in one room and dialogue and the say and differentiate us from animals. So what they say now. And here what that ability, no, to reason. It is a meme this verse in a no Meme ntia say cramp na wo te say different na. Yebetima say yebetima transe. Bia meme ntimi en change wa adwene e ma won accept meme understanding no. Bia ozo untimi change ma adwene e ma me understand one e ma me nti one understanding na say accept one understanding. But still no say o understanding no e clear and say meme dey e clear na. Most ebe akoto wetiko ebe akoto ha say one day you know won't say bia ebe push about front side one no most no what in baby ase nti conversation bi wo honom na ye have at that particular time no bia enya effect bia wo so wodwen say enso so da wetrim so that chi bi no ho betima bamfaso that chi bi no almost betima nya understand bi na ai what you should there yeah discussing what ha say no okay nti memma nenya wotrim memma nenya wotrim say oh ti baby ase different na oh they are wrong totally wrong automatically wrong because it will be for so they any different from what they there be still now you can come out and you share the reason why now would you the reason why now who understand it to say na they addition e wo ha say okay and the topic no should churches pay tax or not. We use churches for say no, but we are not going to speak about only churches. Okay, topic we say no last week program and a brother back a suggested a suggestion on the panel say young kasa for BBC and some people are going to stand for ABI churches should pay taxes and churches shouldn't pay taxes. And you ever discuss the reason why now churches should pay tax. And I said churches shouldn't pay tax. So what they say now? Once again, it's not any the matter of because they be a would say a sort shouldn't pay tax and internal will be a worker say a sort should pay tax no air it doesn't make sense, okay? Also didn't Kenya the point of view I didn't know workers are na be. And the country be a would say taxes should pay tax, churches should pay tax, and obviously they shouldn't pay tax and internal. Your workers say they shouldn't pay tax no air so what they say now, and no intimate find then improve yourself. Tell me, I was a transit need the intimidation and the bomb has said. Excuse me. So the man can say, me you saw churches, but we are not going to speak about churches and quiet churches and quiet Kasafan was saying that institution, religious institutions, Ninano. So what they say now, Islam, a traditional religion, churches, okay, they bit me including in our has say, Naya Kasafa home. It is a sorry for now, the Christian believe in emphasis, okay, or more from or more churches, no, because the Muslims they because more mosque, okay. Churches or more pay tax now. Should the Muslims also pay tax? So they almost can home be. Now, what about Nananum Abosom 4? What about Abosom 4? Because Abosom 4 also don't sit there almost receive something, almost receive baby. So Obana Baba ye the Ombeyama we na. Okokodase into almost receive BB. Should they also pay taxes? But you be fano and the majority of the portion about church until I'm used to church or has no. And Mr. Wa join here. But the link in the better honum. With the link in the better one now was why they what me afa now I join a program. Okay. With the link in the better honum. Steady. I didn't freeze it. And it's a to SSK say I'll buy a share video no me fast okay who join here no share na we invite a man for her say no na ye there adusua wa say okay na wa share video no me no pa na ehia me wa say the be a man for so be hunu say ya ba life na ye there adusua enti till say obi anya chese a man for be join platform no as usual no you will see me only me na me kasa wa say no. So join a platform we say now what adventure be the mommy something I can do to improve the quality of the program. So what I say now. Unim says to SSK me nye obi I can say me education level no e what that high. So what I say now. So social media and I say coming on live na ye kasa wa say ni nyina no. And you say be a professional. Na ko be akwa study am akwa sua na me nim de me enti so wo bia wo join na wo so wo advice bi de master to SSK wo nimdie bi fa sa social media things we ho no how now obetimi aboa ama be a platform no as spread more and I say be betimi improve this platform no ama na ye den krabehwe say am for any better platform no na obetimi advice obetimi aboa na ye say den ya implement say the be ya ebeduru akire say what I say enemre mu ha say no enye bibia na enibo ba akopɛ entimi nhunu bibia enye quality and I say enye professional e wo bibia mu so enti ebebre so wo honom na omunim niema bi wo honom a e bia seto meminim enti uzo betimi aboa e wo comment say the be ya and say betimi join the program no na wo so wo do adwen kyira ba so last 2 weeks I think last 3 weeks in a year I think so no brother Kofi X the beautiful suggestion bi ba ha say na I think say no be a panel no so bia no energy ho pan say the kind no nti ya join na uso wa ayi bia no tim dia ba e wo ha say no okay wo adwenkyire bia na wo dia ba e wo ha say no na before na me kasa no ese be kan say woni obi di akinde anase woni obi ye argument anase discussion na say woni obi ase wo gina ha say no nso gina ha say ena mo mienu mo share mo views no we person obi je ni die mu na we nso person obi je ni die mu say what say na obi ya woni ego obi ya wo ego obi ya person o feel say de me kan e correct enye wo na aba be kire me nyansa enye wo na aba be kire me bibi wo kura mpo woni ma read keke na say amafo wo ego we mu enti sometimes no dwen say bia conversation no kwa to me then enye kwa say me no obi kasa na say me ne nya adwene krampo a me de no me ne nya adwene krampo na okay obeka nsem bi wo honom na edamitrim me kai one time be okay Hafiz Buhari a Muslim preacher wa Ghana I think I'm for bebre nim no me na ye programs bebre ana oni be mu so ye programs bebre wo ha say no okay bano religious aspect ni mu na me ne nya adwene e wo how na e bia obeka Quran a kire na chidifo anyhow a obeka Bible na kire people na chidifo no me ne nya adwene be bebre ho no or misrepresent enema bi wo ho no in my view no but one time, you know what can be say bia. He was speaking with Abraham Ben Moshe. Okay, no what can say bia. Say bia ye religion crampo free honum. Say Ghana tumpon crampo na. Say bibia koso Ghana na say Ghana tumpon crampo. Still, we will need some ethics bia ebe guide the Ghana for. So what I say na. That a true statement. What they young fan say ethics be wo honom na say ye ko school ni say Ghana for nyina ya ko school ni ye well educated people na ye kura nimde na yetime build nations mo ahodo krampo na so science enchere ethics science doesn't teach ethics science enchere say me the poison ni guma na so obi wu a eye bone science enchere san science doesn't teach ethics okay nti ye woni me bi wo honom na our religious aspect, you know, the ethics be too among for three more. And they be yempe Bible, yempe Quran, the ethics now, more ye penal. That one you have to push forward because the worker say yeah 2 books meaning by not introducing any ethics. Now, because you go back to your no one can can't one you but we know nobody knows it even how can you it even our friends are. So this a dear ben yes, a dear ben no, and you have to let people know say because you go back to your normal. Can you no more ma bibi nyina so na nyina so bi mra na yamanfo hu say na me dem ho kwakwashem. I dey kon say anything na no say no more ye good ethics ni so and at the end of the day we need ethics bia e dey be share yamamu. We need ethics. So obi a tire wa ha say law, okay. Law no nye ethics. There be law nye ethics. So law they say there was a law. So law nye ethics. Law one of them said slavery was good. In the time sometimes ago, law no it was legal for slavery. And the men can say law no na okay. See she law be at one say according to the law no a mother can marry the son. Na ye did law way too man. Just say good ethics na. So brother, say the me part no. And nipa we in our own system in our own laws. Yes, a bit much law not was obi anye say ni say. But a nipa na share law na dey ato honum. And the law doesn't make it say ethics, a good ethics, maybe to me follow. What's the main part? Obi Frewa has him. Hello? Yeah, hello. Who is speaking?
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Abdul Rahman, is that?
Yeah. For a long time, I wasn't able to meet with you since the day we were discussing on crucifixion, and I was out of data.
Okay. So why are you calling?
So
I'm live right now.
Huh?
I am live right now, so everybody can hear what you are saying. What can I do for you?
Okay. Yeah. So can we continue from where we stopped?
Because today we have a topic, okay? We have a topic to discuss today, but nobody has joined at the moment. So what do you want to discuss about? Well, let me give you like 5-10 minutes time. Let's see if there is something we can come out of this.
Yes, we were discussing on crucifixion, so I was out of data. I don't know if you can.
Okay, so what about the crucifixion? What do you say about the crucifixion? Was Jesus crucified or not?
Yes, I was denying the facts Islamically, and you were proving to us that he was really crucified.
He was really crucified?
Yes.
Okay.
That is what you're proving, and I am denying the fact that he wasn't crucified.
So you are saying he wasn't crucified?
Yes.
And what makes you say that?
Huh?
What makes you say that he wasn't? Who was crucified then?
Okay, good. So I would not like us to keep on shouting. If we can speak for one minute or 2 minutes, so that no one will interfere for one another. I don't want us to keep on shouting to distract the discussion.
Okay, so who was crucified?
How do you see it? Wait, how do you see it? How many minutes?
1 minute, speak. Who was crucified?
Okay. Jesus was not crucified. Who was crucified? My Quran never told me somebody was crucified. But the Quran denied the fact that nobody was crucified.
Which Quran said nobody was crucified?
We have some scholars. Wait. You give me 1 minute. At least if I'm done, then you can say what you want. So the Quran never clearly says somebody was crucified there. But the Quran denied the fact that nobody was what? Crucified. Jesus was not crucified. But we have some Israelite scholars. Those are converts from Jewish religion into Islam. Those are
Hello? 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 Okay, I think say Abdul Rahman, the line has connected me. Okay, the see what I say. Anyway, my time as well. I think say the line has disconnected. Okay. I'm on for joining what I say. Me that say. Kofi X, I join what I say. Kofi X me chiao. And I comfort see do. Me am homeboy. Comfort see this what I join what I say.
Yeah.
Comfort.
Yeah, wako.
Yeah, nice.
I'm quite so young business in if you're coffee.
Now, okay, good. Go ahead. Spend that. This is the last time. Yeah,
David.
Okay. So, we'll check it right now. We'll check it right now. We'll that there.
I don't video, but one man to so.
Now, because then we highlighted that person.
Yeah, but anyway, that's part of life too. Now, I said to Akwe, can crucify. No. Meaning of crucify, Kasakra not yes, yeah, dear.
So, because what the infant say, I don't know, a Muslim brother now, or the who deny say Jesus was not crucified. But over Quran, the being want to say Jesus was not crucified. And want to say he was not crucified.
Yeah.
Want to say they did not kill him, they did not crucify him. It doesn't mean that he was not. So they say now because Muslims need to say, "Bibi ever happen it is in the will of Allah. Allah na ye. They say, "Who me Allah ye bibi we are now. Who beji say you na we are." Allah will make us say you did not do it. That's what they say. Because you did not do it now, it doesn't mean that the thing didn't happen, but it only means say it is by his will and no matter the happen here.
Yeah.
Sana I didn't patch.
But if one day another person can say crucify no, a word be a crucify and one kill na crucify. But oh my, the fancy word.
Crucified to be crucified means you to be hung on the cross, and you die on the cross. That is crucified. So you die there, but be hanging on the cross now will be any specific kind of death now. They're almost classified as crucifixion because you have been hanged on the yes. So when you don't put Diana so now who would Diana swa and they can see you have been crucified. You do put Diana so no one who would Diana swa. You have not been crucified, and you can you answer no who are and your crucifixion. So what's the saying? It's crucifixion.
But make check it dictionary. No, it doesn't talk about hanging on the tree. It says kill, to kill. I don't know much to crucify. The term now what kind of another way of killing, but cross now the best can no and I could be but you just to kill and warning.
No, okay. Yeah, well, awareness multimedia. I say, or maybe or understanding of crucifixion. Wait me up, I say, okay, man, tire so I join. I say, and you people say awareness to put this here. Coffee X or honum. Yeah, okay, Coffee X voice no low part. You be voice. Yeah, after the meton.
All right.
Now, okay. I'm joining and I'm share videos. No, okay. Mom like video. I'm share first. I know Kwampo first and I'm obey. Said the bay a man for who say about life for her say. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Awareness multimedia or honum.
Yeah, c'est tout moi.
Awareness with voice near camera. Me that say. Bibia boko.
Yo ha. And then Musa, Mr. Julius Mitiao. Mantaya Vitiao.
Yeah, you so.
Okay, Mantaya, oh, honor. You're steady, my guy.
Yes, settle. You're steady, settle. Hey, Udi honeymoon, power. Congratulations. When are you? Oh, that's a nice
preparation. You fly out, you know.
Oh, nice. Then the topic near day. There's a topic near day.
And the topic near, should churches pay tax or not?
Of course, they should be paying tax.
Oh, okay, we will see the reason why. And then here
now come about crucifixion.
Now, Julius and neighbors say guy no friend or Abdul Rahman or friend or can say that Jesus was not crucified. Julius person can say be a crucifixion here just another way of saying say somebody is dead and I say babies are killed. Yeah, could be. And then maybe say maybe understanding of crucifixion here. To be killed on the cross and say what cross no now be who a cross no and if say crucifixion.
Yes, right.
To be killed
I know crucifixion here no specific. Obi kasa with you.
Awareness multimedia no I think will be a YouTube no na. Or like it awareness multimedia call YouTube or like YouTube audio no share and it's sound no.
Maybe I'm the same thing. The same thing.
Let's share my awareness.
No problem. The main thing is that crucifixion, it was a form of punishment used by the Romans. Now what your friend is saying, why in it was it was supposed to be serving as an example to others. Obi try to rise against Roman government now Roman occupation it was one of the worst forms of death to deter the people from rising against their friends or more authority. It was first of all, it was a very public and very excruciating.
Wow.
It will serve as a deterrent to your friend is saying to others. But on this topic, me was saying become the bia me catch say you say you send a branch back on last obeka say yenya ne say you na open wow they do with you
Casamite
yenya no open say you sua de ama yenya no Me yanko and say okay, me kwa sorry no. Say me chere sorry no. That is the only truth. Yeah, what has he no crane. So what is it?
Okay.
The only
yesterday,
the only assumption I can say,
yes. The whole patch and arsenal. Like the Bible discussing. If you either you are for or you are against or you are neutral, okay. And the point now,
no. But let me make one point on crucifixion. Very, very important. Say you be who say the Biamika say Paul ne throw the epistles in the first. Or no ni Jesus no the man you know. Paul ni Jesus no ya monesu. Yenkunu ewa asasi so. Very important. Oko bad Emma now the same thing. Oko other scholars now the same thing. The first writings are Paul Troy, you know. And son yebenya Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John. Paul ni Jesus Christ, you know. Yenkunu wasasi so. He was crucified in the heavens. And you know, it's a very important. Yeah, Kasa, yeah, discussing about studies. Meaning say apologetics or assembly.
So topic. But you can say Muhammad Awal Paul can was a topic in your crucifixion. Okay, and by the way,
good news. Man, who's a good news apologetics? Usunity or Sreo. But it is a good news. Good news, I say.
Oh, Mantaya, Nyamiadum.
Asma making, you know, put him about your friend saying.
Mantaya, and the topic about crucifixion, Mr.
Sorry.
The topic is your focus.
Okay, Mpacho, sorry. All right, thank you.
What can I say crucifixion? Awareness multimedia or honor. I think the awareness I busy what I say still. Mr. Okay, awareness what I say. But yeah, any topic in your crucifixion, okay. How now also understand crucifixion, that term crucifixion, how now understand say the be ya comfort see do better say. And I say me so metia say. O how now what say?
I'm saying no man tire kano. I think I don't have anything else.
Mantaya one describe crucifixion. Why just one define crucifixion?
Oh, static can say a form of punishment. Now Romans need used to deter people. No, say and one who some no.
Yeah, but say it didn't a crucifixion. I got punishment.
Oh, being nailed. Being nailed
on the cross, no, and it is a crucifixion. And I was hand. Any definition, okay. It that says to me understanding, okay. Say the moment kind of one of the harsh punishments now. We will give to somebody to disgrace that person. And to imagine, say somebody is writing a book to come and da and kofobi. Now, or sinyanko this is how I'm going to treat my God. The Bible no cry. Who in his right mind will write a book to deceive people? No, I can't say nyanko pono. The ever friends who in nyanko pono, a quite reason of fast way. And so it doesn't go with logic, and I won't use awareness. Say a book could be fabricated. And why would he do the God like this?
Crucifixion, you being a German, there's a German word for cross, crucifix. You understand the word? Crucifix, that's the German word. So crucifixion is to be killed on a cross, like they are all saying. But it was a form of, Africa, there are some tribes that there's a form of punishment. If you're bonny, it's me pound free no, you see a chow and only a different form of punishment. With me bonny be a saying, I bet you what when you're chowity, and a different form of punishment. And the punishment to be honest, there is a connotation. Punishment to be a good anymore. Any other. I think crucifixion during the time of the Jews, any other, it was a form of enimguasiu, if I'm gonna translate it like that. What do you say? And you know, say like hardened criminals, any people who are like, you know, people who are not wanted in society. Like, you did that kind of punishment in my home. To your point, say, why would someone who is supposed to be God or something to die in that way? Of course, you have a point, but that doesn't necessarily give any strength to the argument. Any panel or cross because say or cross it's so humbling. Say it talks to the nature of that person. And if I be brave or cross, yes, you create more omukun cross now amount forward in dying on the cross doesn't really have any significance to the God nature or the other words of Jesus Christ. Me, even if I read it, I will see it as if I'm trying to deceive you. I will say, look at me. I'm so humble. Say, I went through all this pain to save you. That's why. Into the say yes, you the punishment in your bonus sumba and then a genie penny now. Calcula not to have a cat. Sumba could ni penny now, the Senate here. But so Obako in such a humble, like a very awful way, like to be nailed on the cross, the whole town going behind you and all that. And I say, to kind of signify, say, if you are born in and this is how he suffered to what I say. If I'm a Christian, this is how I will explain it. At least this is what I want to contribute to.
But it may be question and say if you are fabricating a book to come and deceive people now, okay, and you want to introduce a God to them, do you think that you will sit down and think this is how the God that I want to create for the people to follow, to accept, this is how you're going to create the God?
They didn't just create those stories out of vacuum. Area no, it was the culture and the kind of life we're living on. So you buy in Sebi or Saudi Arabia and can crucify and be Trinity and I say you be sinable on Friday.
Yeah, but
let me land.
Kofi, let
me land. I know what you are saying. If I think me person creative religion to deceive somebody and come a God, if you was a golden boot, any idea? They said here. There's another way around also. That's a psychological aspect of it. Make me say the million coupon number say he's so humble. Say if you he could have just snapped the finger. No apparent, but just the fact that he wants to be humble, set as an example, also to how do you say? So be you bunny everyone, obey your bunny hokan into a so far TB. Said a bear with tia hoka. It's also another way to also present your religion in a good light. You can do it like you are saying, but if you do it in that way, so it doesn't necessarily, I don't know, it will also achieve the same effect. Okay.
So make like I said, so 1 minute. And I saw also okay who say area mona no more honum no more free bibi we are to make a question about dying and rising gods. It was all over the place around that time. Who says that time, not the Jewish people, most of them were being inculcated into the Greek, your friend is a Greek and Roman mythologies, they were taking over Judaism at that time. It's trope now a dying and rising god na a war the in the Greek world, international Mithras, even Julius Caesar, almost your friend is sorry, into this trope was there already, and sana say trope no make us say your friend say read your friend say the Greek history and the Roman history now. Kings ning that say Julius Caesar to say who are your friend be I'm say good news apologetics bit me good news and your friends apothesis and I can say so be sorry no who obi who no sorry na obey your friend is say to say obey nyame and your friend is say
and there me share any idea
good okay me share word no into no settle. Yeah, but remember when to say this is the first time rising and dying God. It was there already in the Roman world. Into most of their emperors. No, Baku cried
so what he's saying is also true. Like they are also
we are speaking about this now. He came with a specific purpose. He was saying what is going to happen all the time, and then it was consistent with what is going to happen. This is what is going to happen. We are going to say this. We never told me. Say never told me.
Debut settle. Who really are doing wrong? Settle debut. Who say your friend is in the original text, which is the life of Jesus. Mark was the first book written. Who say Mark? The story of resurrection. About how he died. In the original text. Historians are study. Your friend say. No, settle. No, can make a show. No, Mark, resurrection in Mark. That's the original in the original text. It's answer no more can your friends the resurrection they can. A man call on a seat, my mention baby a see of time a man call 2 1. Omuko eno, omen who be And the most you say the amazing thing is that this is how it ends. A man coffee, a man can't that is the end of the first gospel of Troy Mark. That is the end of it.
I don't know who knows.
This same thing I catch us a debiano as so called a man historians. Good news apologetics. No, good news apologetics. But good news. Let me say good news as a man. Good news story where a man professors are missing.
Okay, that means according to one of professors, Jesus really existed.
Oh yeah, and that's the consensus.
That you accept that virgin birth when it happened.
Debbie. Theo, you can say Jesus has existed now. And no, Debbie, consensus now also see to scholars no. Almost say he existed, but say who sorry and yeah, Beman they don't believe in that. But somebody say no mudosu. Obi beba yo mina Yankopon afrebe no machi na Roman fo ne kunu. So these stories were all around you Jesus of way so many of them.
Sorry, I can say they make come has okay. Into who somebody now as a skeptic now and I say I'll be agnostic. Somebody now you deny what the Bible says. No, you go to the historians. You go as a history historians be you has no. Say the another historians be so bad. No, I'm more kind of any why you know say now you would deny them.
No, now I will listen to them and see if what they are saying makes sense.
So Momo Kacha say according to say no,
according to me say no.
No, I don't see Mantaya.
Sorry.
According to who maybe a whole research now why you know the book of Mark.
And me according to if you come against this.
What you say now? Mama don't see. Because me who the whole research now why there was some books now working outside from the Bible no means yeah and yeah be the whole level of understanding and reading no maybe what can you do no be awareness multimedia and kind do hono.
But good news apologetics I think so nim that some making.
Okay, that it doesn't mean say me nim bibisa but say the make no as a matter you who you say they be me but I won't say because the who say we are higher what kind more.
Debbie. You never say the share there. You be sharing.
They make okay. Point na me making you and say why a research be what's you the could do level be one na. The as a OG information na and ne wo the was you and kwa e na wo accept it. So we be the logic. Oh, make us Mataya yesterday kakremba mo ha say okay.
No, me say Jesus existed, but according to scholars, no consensus, no, almost sure existed. What means me? Can I go against the consensus?
Okay. And who read the book? No books need and then you have your sources of information. Information we say the one line we ma say na a year contract a casa against it and I say the Bible ni no correct. You bet me say another scholars be so almost the Bible but the Bible ni no correct. You bet me the scholars be but say Jesus was crucified. But say be was sorry and resurrection is a problem, but crucifixion it happened. Pontius Pilate was there at this time or not, or JJ Jesus. You bet many scholars that they can confirm this. Almost your scholars, many historian scholar, many scholar, many bibia, yan kind of sample. He said there will be scholars be now on bet me confirm and I say on bet me support to the war study, you know. The same way they bet many another scholars on bet me support to the ABI Misumijidi. That's what I say now. Eti who kasana we and say they be a mimiko share the mimiko say mimiko read more. I have to do more. I have to research more.
Okay, but let's be Kasaba.
Okay. Topic na yamba.
No, good news apologetics. They make an say good news apologetics or apologetics journey. Making about scholarly consensus.
I mean, put it in something. On the all canon, true, but on it depends on so we manuscript studies. Manuscript why are all these issues arise there? So any problem. It's not a problem at all.
That is where you come in as an apologetic, right? But do you want to go against the consensus in like religious study? To say be a seto my example. To say be a me person me call heart surgery. Heart surgery. Makuma yemi. I'm person me call heart surgery. Now you ban your culture say seto. Akwa do a teacher new or heart surgery that na bakusu wo ho. Or not the whole world or yet top heart surgery now. When I man I
until you have to now you have
it is
to
it is a because
what was that question? What was that question? Mama in Kasampo.
Okay,
what was that question? Is here yo. I say me na rush. Me na minti. Me na ready to learn. What was that question? Me baby answer no was kasa.
I'm sorry. Just go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now okay. It is here no. Obi can't tell me say we a teacher. And no we teacher no we the way professional surgeon.
Okay. Yes.
But I cannot. I have to believe. And what I say, I also have to trust. You'll be.
Oh God. So why are you doing this?
People say question. Sana who can't tell me this here.
No. You say the whole world no. Akwa we no yet the top. Your friend is a surgeon. Or no. Just say or no the crown extra day with school. And no be so a teacher or near surgery that. Now who heart problem when now be calling ho.
Oh, of course, the heart surgeon. I'm the heart surgeon.
The same thing I make sure say Uko Meza, he's one of the top scholars, or a Christian, no, but he's one of the top scholars. There's a guy called Meza, right? Or a Christian.
That's right.
Okay, what they call consensus. Christian, your friends, a theological consensus. Seto, then now we won't seto. Adia the what is no? Adia what is no? Seto. Oda be patro. We are betting akwa for your fucking maminka say anytime. This is not even the topic. This is not even the topic. Asima make catcher on say, me no, I believe in the consensus. Consensus I always see and say Jesus Christ existed, right? Despite say me, your friends say Mimika said the guy never existed. No, the theological consensus said he existed. So no, omoba out no muka say you study manuscripts now. Resurrection no, and they send your muka on it. It wasn't originally in the text now. I believe them. So what I say, untibinka say oh wait the consensus no, I believe you say you know me no me go against the consensus. I said the baker say me a teacher me. Not the whole world or no or yet the best your friends say heart surgeon no mimi koka say oh mimi teacher no minimum dear say no yeah it doesn't work in the academia. It doesn't work like that. Academia doesn't work like that. Into the mean that I would have wanted good news apologetics to help me here, but he's laughing. I just on person of the country.
Okay, Manta, I have saying okay. Who can say the consensus no? Academia and it doesn't work like this, okay? But you need the kind of information they crowd now would based on consensus and say no more can say the resurrection never happened. Me need baby
no man can say chi. As my mechanic said the original text no. Some Mark your friend is say original Mark no. Prove said this is the first one no. Omuko tomb no. Omuko tomb no. Your friend is say according to text no. A man ne call her first. A man if you call you know, they were afraid and didn't tell anybody about it. That is how the gospel ends.
Okay.
So what I say, into the Benyaka no scribes nakas and who said no. Say your friend is say, even though body didn't know no, omuka so resurrected no. That was the end. A man and can't throw be but who say your friend is say from the ending of Mark into this is Uko theology man. Your long mark, your short mark. Short mark me the original one, and a long mark. Obi only the apologetics. So on person I don't know the reason why
you are appealing to somebody else to confirm
what
you're
saying. As soon as
maybe I want to casa privately, but for
many casa privately. My good news, good news. Only or your theologian, you know, so apologetics, no name. It's not the apologetics. Good news. We are familiar with long mark and short mark.
Okay. Mantaya, and according to your statement, the whole time you are saying say the consensus, no, there's quality. Mantaya say they make one say no, no. And you made a point and say you are Kobe fan of Meza, Ubo Dibit Meza, also a Christian.
Forget. One Seto. I said I can I come in? Mantaya,
Mantaya, Oba Haseno, Sisiano, first statement and then say. So big cabina. We are here to learn. And just say, Uber be defending Bibia just like that. Una would this advice we my fair una kind. what can some see here or say you was called a beer also friend Mesa
Meza ma what they call Google Meza a Christian but still
so can I come in Mantaya can you keep quiet for one
me person is a good news asem me person is a good news
people say was Mantaya me person was person who the okasa for some Meza chrono hono and no Christian na way
okay I'm sorry me Meza bia thank you Coach Hope. Good news, man. Good news. Me pacho. We are familiar with long mark and short mark.
Okay, Mantaya. Oh, onye sincere. Onye honest to say. Onye honest, Mantaya. Onye honest. You steady. Kofi is kasayeti.
Okay, so I just wanted to come in. The person he's talking about is called Professor Neil Mesa. That's the name of that person. Professor Neil NV Nathan, AV Evald, EV Ida, LV Landa, Neil.
Okay.
Mesa, MV Matilda, AV Evald, SV Selma, SV Selma, AV Evald, RV Rudolph.
Okay, and he's a Christian.
I know. I just wanted to give you them. I know he's a Christian who talks about theology and all that. That's all I know. I wanted to give the name.
And he's one of the best.
No, okay. And you better check. But also, we'll see when you want to make after that. You know he's the best.
Mami say good news, Asem. Good news. Good news apologetics. But we are familiar with long mark and short mark.
Yeah, me familiar, but this is what I know. I think the entire mega just a problem is all study something about manuscript now. It explains all these issues.
But no. I understand your apologetic route, but person who say Mark the throw concession is to say Mark the throw first.
Yeah.
So Matthew, Luke, and Oriana, they all had Mark and they were copying from Mark and they were correcting certain things and they were changing certain things.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. So, no, according to Mantaya, no.
Okay, so we are familiar with
Mantaya.
Yes.
How now you that is exactly the point, you know, okay? How now you see certain things, you know. Say Enko who said they was study now. Then you see say everything is wrong. They won't come was correct. So when I made the same thing, I am not open to learn something new. Know what I say now? Yeah, you books the Mark, Luke, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and George ready. So exactly the same thing, and there will not be no necessary say and get Mark the other ones never one. They are writing, they are giving us the same information, but in a different way. And the man who how a book say the book, book need more because it's not the story not coming from one person, it is coming from multiple people, and they are not using the same exact words. And as they say, story naturally, you can't story in the full picture. Sani ejidi, the won't even say correct baby.
Mami adi bibi on say to say there's a token seka ni nyina esi ho na obi e ka asem ba kokora nka enumpo be create suspicion but say wo busa obi a waye criminal investigation bi asase mo de ba metaka say omo pick out circumstantial evidences into bones asem bi okra na marka nka na look aka asem bi ho na we anka but the ehwe ni say omo nsem no mo kan nya de toa so does it make sense? They were given a topic to write. Like I said, I didn't think we throw away, we am throw away. Therefore, we didn't. That's not the case.
Yeah, but good news. Good news is that the Germans, your friends, the theologians, will not agree with this because of the way see and Yeshua manuscript. They say they believe, Mark had a prophetic message he wanted to give. Luke has a prophetic message that Luke wants to give. John, Matthew, everybody has an intent. Who's the author book? This is the heading of my book. So what you say? They all had a prophetic message they went to bring out. It is a say Okofa Mark, now Okofa Matthew Kaho, now combine your man. What through different gospel? You've not written Mark. Good news, what did the make us say? So Okofa Matthew. So for Matthew, now the Mark
Mantaya, and the topic, yanko topic, because we will never finish this one. How Mantaya understand, that's what I was speaking at beginning of the American.
So Mamin Kasakra.
What awareness multimedia, why quiet, one Kasa, Kofi X, on Kasa.
Yeah, but good news, the American ultimacy.
What was Mantaya, Mr. Okay. Because Yakasa almost 50 minutes. Me person may 3 hours videos be outside you. Yakasa almost 50 minutes in a young topic in this one. And I'm sure that topic ne go on. Say the a month for no and open dialogue now. You bring your topic, you because any because of a topic we home. So and a topic we say so no a topic now I think say Ghana for you now. Why all I will Ghana Nibia are very interested in this topic. Should churches pay tax? For this question, this question we say no to some people now they are not like. To some people, no, they will say, "Are you foolish for asking this question?" My main kind of just me paraphrasing. Why are you asking this question? This is something that it's supposed to be. And your question, no. There are some people now they will say they have their reasons too. Now they will say no, churches shouldn't pay taxes. So they say now, and that is why now I think it's necessary. No, young Caribbean. Why one I will say to be a one will be anyone more below 18. You can't open to young Caribbean and respect. Now I was say by you. So be cannot be what different understanding and also different opinion about the whole journey. And you're insulting, okay? My wisdom no inflow, my logic, my sense no inflow. Now amount for so near a bit me the head. So remember did the attempt has said, okay? Into should churches pay tax? Kofi X, one of the topic we bought last week and say treating it this week, okay? Into Kofi X, who can also be my pro and cons. And you bet me I be from no Wakasani, how I will be our topic never far. Should churches pay tax?
Yeah, that's it. I think maybe how I introduced it last time was I'm not going to give you the pros and cons. I'm just going to talk about what is in favor. It's the same pros and cons. I just want to give an overview why it is like that and how we came to the decision. Say my church is anti-tax, and then we will look at it. So the pros and cons will come from all of us. I'm trying to be in the middle, so to say. Churches have not been paying taxes since we've been paying taxes. And I think it's a tree in
my tree in Dorso, but me make sense about my tree in Dorso.
Yeah, okay. Can say tax and I say in Tokyo tour the visa taxes, sorry, and I say some organized religion or and it has your historical reason and your economic reason, social reasons at the moment. Historically, it was a matter of power. First, you need government and control. The government was the church, let's say the king, the pope, or the spiritual leader. And they had a position in the people making the decision as to who should pay tax or not, because taxes usually is a core. But any pope near the tax that was the historical kind of context. In our time, the laws in Ghana, as it says, will be charity organizations. Equal matter say, the bear adoye, the baboy here for obi children, the babuana. Circle unchia tax. That's the one of the underlying way of the law in this country. And a church, it's a charity organization. That's how in the law, and that's how we see church as a charity organization. And secondly, one of the reasons why the church doesn't pay taxes is the church is not. If I put it like that. Sorry no, or the scale Juma Nam Faswabasun when it's that's not the underlying. I would say I think the Christians were money number to my say. Sorry, no, but I it's in like entity how to say
steady.
Entity or society how you beat me your community, how we behave in the community and all that. That is like in a nutshell, that has been the responsibility of the church. It's the fact that they are not paying taxes was due to the fact that they are not making income And secondly, it is seen as a charity organization. When you go to children's home, say, Unkutia tax. The human oil and any first one will pick internet. That's the thing. Okay. In let's say 1947, that was when it was coded. Marana 1947, that's when we started with that law. Say we exempt religious institutions from paying taxes. And since then, these things we copied the law. Ghana Marano, we show my 80%. You copy from other countries, and in Ghana, countries copy laws from other countries. Because as some of let's say association home. And now, free ever now, a single across the free zero, and the infinity. It's me sure you say, I say, my year, see me, if you call Setofia, a semester order. I'm a one for one, and your whole solution, a bad boy, a correct solution, a bad boy, the laws be on one. The Kofa Bakrana, you can't 1, 2, 3, the idea to because the amount for the country home in Timpenquania, the bear 100 years or more much. Internet, yes, the Cocopain, sorry, any organized religion, the Momunti attack. That was the thing. Okay, I'll come to the entire me and I say other people are saying to see sorry now the way I sorry to say I will see a moment attack. First of all, what the reason a moment said was a charity organization. On paper, no, it should be a charity organization. You can say will make it profit, but is that the reality? That's the question I'm putting out. Okay, in terms of your better answer. Because if you look at it, that yes. The church is not making profit on paper or keeping any account it's privy to the public. If you are trying to do more account books or more church from but an idea I was saying we company you are required say to keep records of your expenses and everything to say in case I buy a tax or who say tax in the media national. It's not required of them. So make it peace. Secondly, idea be a sorry better like for checks for the so the bay are sorry Juma plan and any council much on tax because they are sorry Juma. That was it. But and I make but you quite you share in reality now that's not what is happening. I sorry no omu making like omunyam faswa. Faswa they are sorry account. But you can see from how the church leaders and all things are the way they are living. You know? That means that there's extra money. It's for other things.
Okay, but Kofi, was a question you ask for the meantime, okay? In the time when almost shares our law not to say churches are not like a company now, when you're profiting, you know, and they shouldn't pay taxes, no, okay? Does that mean that the churches were doing something it used to benefit the community? No? And until now, I'm say churches tax.
First of all, that is one reason, but another reason is the church always had not church, you know, or certain of influence on the leaders of the society until Emrano the church was in there. What do I say? The church, you know, was that was some time ago. I can't say it for our country specific, whether the church was part of it. But the initial laws that led to the church being exempted from tax, you know, it was law nankasa no omo dwene ho na na asore nankasa nso wom dada. Na me kind of person. No, you separate asore and the state. No omo like
my question and say okay. He said we are speaking about Ghana or Kofi X. Into the point, and say we focus more about what Ghana is. Okay, and say if you don't know about the Ghana situation now, I think it's a bit said
that's what I'm saying. The Ghana situation. I don't know the specific people who were there when the law was made. That
at the time when the law, the Ghanaians law, no, were making they were trying to, and also they exempted the churches from paying taxes. No, do you think that the church was a beneficiary for the community?
Of course. The one of the things, and I'm going to say one of the thoughts was the church being part of the lawmaking, and secondly, the argument was we are doing so much for the society. Society now, and there wasn't an argument. They were doing it.
They were okay.
They were doing it.
So in conclusion, churches are Boa Ghana in a way.
Of course, no. And I don't have to say it. Schools, hospitals, and all that in the schools abroad. And that was one of the reasons. It was more of the charity aspect of the church, and that's why it's seen as a charitable. And secondly, it's not supposed to make profit, but just help people. But the other argument is the church is making profit as we see it.
Any modern days is here. Before said the worker was saying for me, museum,
of course. I mean, I museum.
Any modern day we say any who say and sorry be brave or no, and sorry because and sorry Nina or Mujino or Mona so Mutimias are profits now, who is a profit. But before the side, that means churches in Ghana, another churches around Ghana time. They were doing something to help the community. Community is stable, and I said my country is stable. But you see, so be and you change. I'm a man phobia taking advantage, and omudi benefit to almost save. And still, I said like money laundry. You sue the church, to do some. Omudi gain this ikabia. No more you loopholes. So they say like charity organization.
That's the thing. And it's even one thing. It's a fraud because me lawyer. Na me lawyer na say me lawyer Jume Jiska. What I say? I'm the fraudulent argument now. Okay. But secondly, one of the arguments as to why the church should pay, they say we separated the church and the state. State, any allow say or control church. What I say? That's why we separate the church. And so and the reverse is the church is not allowed to intrude or make laws for the people based on their belief and all that. But you say Ghana no so na woman that's no so no and also you talk me. You see the political party be when the suffer before say better about the suffer by the card you be. And what is even the most important aspect when it comes to this, they say Ghana na you wait see a suffer no etimi law edema MP say onko parliament because embra we ni epe emumu sa bidino because say mara na ya nhihye ni say ya be kwa sore ko ka kire ya sore ma say mamontoma and B. This is what happened. I'm not speculating. As long as you've made yourself part of the political decision making laws and all that, you can't exempt yourself from such things. Okay,
interesting.
Let me end before I lose my train of thought. For the church, this argument saying community, and for the church to say then the church should concentrate on what the church was originally anticipated to do, the charity work and all that. As so when you be a free honum ever into political space, making laws, controlling other people's way of life by law, no, it's a tax issue here.
No, okay. As a Medasi Kofi is okay. See, I know. So, Ubusa, you will be a 1-by-1 panel. We say, should churches pay tax now? In general, they may make us say yes. I will say one. I will be one of the people who make us say yes. Okay. But see, I said the Kofi can was saying, I want to say, is it fair? Say, Becca say in general, because they say, will be all line. We say, be able to say sincere to ourselves now. There are some churches now. They are definitely making a lot of money on monetary tax. Be also. They have some ways to be a free churches members one man or but we also know say there are churches in Ghana now. They don't have this kind of option. That's a chance, They are just church members or a small community now. They are trying their best to follow what the Bible says. The same thing. Say they be the big mega churches, and so you can't say the churches should pay taxes now. And say affected and cophobia or the way in a way, say we should some churches should pay taxes, and that's all churches. It's hard to have that Mama could do. Some churches now you say no more, they should monitor them and they should pay taxes. And now say every church be a wabe from church biano. Say we just go, say we turn oil, say we turn few crampona, you should still pay tax. And because according to Kofi Scano, the initially, the reason why now Omunja tax and said they were doing community labor. So the churches be want to say no more continue, no more yet the initially no more now. Should they still also pay tax? Okay. Awareness multimedia
so just one for a Juma church, I'll give you one historical context. In 1984, I think a committee in Ghana, if I'm not mistaken the data. One of the 83, yeah. One of the institutions a boa Ghana pa in feeding the people was the Catholic Church. The Anglican Church also did some and all that, but during that time they were the most established church. They did a lot. I happen to have a family member who used to work for the church as some distributive food in the area. With that said, the Catholic Church in Ankara, if you are going to consider the amount of money they take out of Ghana yearly now, not just the amount the million of Ghana is talking a win here. It is a patrona de Sonsona Shedrano. Yeah, one ma patrona na married here, but what for a patroning in a place, you know. Yeah, how we have to wait like that. That was an example to highlight what the church does and all that.
Okay, cool. Awareness multimedia. What on?
Yeah, so to me,
nice. Okay. Awareness. Me say no voice no. Come up. O tone so back clear. Think we be a tone never say and be come. Okay. Awareness into contribution. Also, we don't say.
I say we didn't care day because mechanism. Most of the mini Kenya. And one the church contribute to immensely towards development of the country, and so many schools are churches never be any idea. But in other way, no, na obisu sebebi ono the profit making no and kwani here no. And to me, I see it more of say and can regulate the activities of the church a bit better than say you bet taxi obia because a new bia na yes sir. The Church of Christ, an example. More activities is different. Oh, sorry, no more. Even apart from say, we almost see almost see schools near the no. Even individuals are wasa for niman kasa promo boom. Even with me, the being got 2 jumem. Sorry, Nisiko, and nobody I made me aka for a fact a dio moye. Umutimi, Ubi school na say ultimate to us, Umuya, sorry, Sika the Buano man, the way no, Okasa or taxi ubia. Problematic, but I think say to say the Paul Kagame the rules near the to ho and my churches no a fast no. I think so more san can no rather beboa than say because your Pentecostal churches here who say yes the problem I suffer penny cry cycle any problem yes I be chegu ye members yellow cast no slow. You be checked one brain see inside and I buy there no bus to a person your west. And penny fund they wouldn't feel anything. No crown make at all. Taxes they wouldn't feel anything. Those that will feel it are the church members are Jacatro almost say Nyamia Jumana she now the apostle. They will feel it. And the bad then there be a problem no because almost they wouldn't feel anything. And I think say it should be regulated, not say a tax on winner.
But Oka say it should be regulated now. Regulations be tested our best suggested according to what I mean.
Oh, most of these activities of the churches must be seen to. So I say they must be seen to.
Yes, specific. Okay, say the bear amount for because members will be able to jump into conclusion. So they say now patch, but they be now patch be different. But who the man who the patch? Yeah. Specific.
Oko Pentecost for our regulations. Oko CAC or more regulations. Oko assemblies or more regulations. So I say.
Regulations.
Yeah, regulations are a year as Safunankasa and say, you can't veer away from it.
But you are speaking about say regulations from the country, from the state, you know. And as I say, regulations and to so the government should put regulations. It was a Paul Kagame. One of the regulations not to so it is regulations the empire on the regulations no they are to say now we are sorry. Say I was some way. So what you say?
Yeah, it been said to say, say CACC answer na be our be suffer and as obeda suffer no. You must go through my friend is saying CAC pastoral school no. Hon abako gentity enti asori no ye start year na ye will program outline untimi free enu mu nya de fufuro bia even your Bible school Bible studies book no the back for the year. The government can take Omo sorry no money you know betimi agye adwene from ho as to how they regulate their churches so that obi ntimi nko yard from be apart from that.
Okay.
Aha,
you
sana
want-
be the moon.
And the Uber say we should put regulations in a way.
Yeah.
Say
Obeji asori akesefo na dwene. So what I say? Obeji o ma dwene, obeji oji we de no aji we de say na mo yi omo de. Te say Catholic de omo de stay kwa bonje say. A very big problem. A very big problem. And I was say about ni twem.
Okay. The regulations now who expect to say government no bet media to one say you can take the money from Ghana like every month be another week be just kind
Now this kind of
outside Ghana. Now what they say?
Yeah, because CSCC your internal auditor a friend is saying sky nya per day ye de call. Omo de call no de akomo say sky we say sky na omunya no at the end of the year, at the end of the month. Into untimi manipulating ko yard fufuro bia. And the bad is also a allocate.
Should I come in? Should I come in?
To Juma.
Kofi Stobo, my name you has my Mr. Okay.
A bit me ever say, a banner sana buy it me who sika munyan per year. And ye be as every church biano per dia munyano. Mu make sure say it be a community na no. You give something to the community. A bit me ashamo. So what I say because yes, pen ni paper da ho. Ye tight in your offering na ye tro. The company for your tro. Into your market okay. They say na mu ye into o call mandate as a church no. Oba e was so in the society no. But more than so be we say and answer of the tax we back to so say munye we say and from individual even a work community nim na muama or mining punto. I think this way it will help.
Now okay. They can say anti I said now Kofi say come has say no Kofi is memoir can say okay say na asore no omo duty ni say enko omo nye like omo ye like organization or mobile community now and not say exempted omo from paying taxes and all this kind of community labor bibisa no omo ye na say no omo go so ya na yenya sa benefit ni from ourselves in the church in kase no I'm speaking like me ka church na we say ye ka churches now omo tonton ne man selling abamu ho no the bibi are selling product beba mo ye tonton ne I think they should pay taxes, especially our churches. Okay, and they say, "Omo said a year, so the awareness can see and say a year, scarcely no money. Send no money investing no krum honum. Send no money investing no community. You know, money so it the poor community no. And you say we are only like entertaining can no, but say omo produce something for the people to have work to do, and then be no. And it wasn't a balance bit me share. Man can be say akoso, and also a bit me aboa. But awareness, will you be in favor? Say a bit taxes churches and answer there be yes or no?
Say old taxi churches no. Now one for regulation beyond to so no. A be the same problem like it was this year no.
Okay, but yes or no? Tax or not tax?
No tax.
No tax. Okay, good. That's it. Okay. Kofi is now okay. Bibu has say.
Yeah, I know about the fact that all the churches and I think say they have pen and paper at the musical or the issue is that the government has no right to go and look into their books. Yeah, no. The government had no right to go and look into their books and say anything. That is one aspect as well. And running they are more like total freedom to do what they are doing. And the charity, you can't put value on charity. Me person me yard ya if you are common. And I'm the yard so we try prices so the other charity bill. That's a shame. Any idea? So I don't know how they will trade under that.
Now, how do you see? Say the churches now they are selling things, because they give them price. They all you always say, 10 Ghana cedi, and now they have given price. So what they say now, into the charity beyond, into a marketing. They say you who's are sorry be say now. Could we use this way, to also tax them?
Okay.
Settle. Mami, encourage akakra. So there are certain people are almost rising from the Church of Pentecost. Almost started somewhere yesterday, and now said the Church of Pentecost several regulations. You move free as a phonim. And confuse speaking against it, but and now saying come once say hunto no man just uncle phonibium.
Okay.
Now can obi to adio then automatically it starts being the first all ton idea ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi agye wo tax because asɔre no ka sɛ oil na metɔ no sika na ɛba no mede boa asɔre adwuma a ɛno ano no because sika no ɔbɛgyina ɔde nkɔ akɔyɛ charity nti the fact sɛ ɔtɔn nneɛma no in the church per se no deɛ menka sɛ the fact sɛ ɔtɔn no nti no yɛngye ne tax but where is the money going? I think that's ɛno na ɛbɛdecide sɛ yɛngye tax anaasɛ meyɛngye because sɛ medeɛ no sɛ makɔdua buro mewɔ 10 bags na sɛ mede aba asɔre matɔn mewie a mede akɔ osu na mede akɔhwɛ nkwadaa wɔ hɔ no mu a matɔn no wɔ asɔre no ade deɛ but mede sika no nyinaa akɔ ba metɔn yɛ no ebia manya 10,000 mede 100 cities akɔma osufoɔ 9,900 no na ɛhyɛ me bɔtɔ mu a makɔyɛ charity deɛ but it doesn't pass the test of a charity based on the Juma here,
No, okay. Kevin X, Mr. Kevin Sykes. Sorry, Kevin. Kevin Sykes,
Yeah, I say, Mutimika.
Yeah, that's what my join it. And it was all conversation was saying.
Yeah, about say taxing. And yes, straightforward idea, a bit complex, but me personally, my opinion, them before say, I was say, like churches have some kind of taxing, like some kind of taxing system, be one or say or multi subject to what you say because already now, like what baby to say Ghana say now, like there is a big flow of sika echo into a certain sense, there is no corresponding level of productivity there for economy. No, what you say? There's like a huge amount of cash. I just say but there's no corresponding ABR. Say what you say productivity into one economic standpoint. No, and what economy of the country. No, what I'm trying to say in that aspect now, multi this can be quite all those kind of things. Influx of sika just into the organizations without corresponding productivity. It hurts the economy in its way, but we be any kind of knowledge of in economics own what you say. But I know one side. And like saying awareness and most can also Kofi can more say something tax you when awareness so can say tax any day a bit my problem but if you're more regulating no me the phone say was say or more empany for no mutimi find or mutimi every no mutimi find a fine balance between that what you said on mutimi because when the like we just jump answer so the scan I just say cost what you say and yes kaketwa what you say a cost and just go into people's pockets okay, charity organization, grandpa, at least you know what the money is being used for. Say, maybe a hospital, say, say, for health, but if the name of say a GD17 as a scabe cost without any corresponding level of productivity, me say like I know one thing. I was saying, penny fund team just find some way. Me expert, me how me say I know, but me said they have to do something about it. So I just say taxation. I want me who the type of tax or which my taxing. But yes, just almost like it's not physical, say they don't even have no needs that kind of right into the books of there. I mean, like so I'm just so you want to say serious what you
okay, like Kevin, are you saying said the like they should impose that on every church bia and access some specific churches and I say obi obe friend no say Matia sorry bia no they should have the same treatment like the mega churches no so now would you found
yeah like I was saying who say asemu American say no e dey your own crofo omu ndie pa what you say everything from the point from one standpoint now who the way on be say to me I impose this kind of ABR taxes or whatever it is, ABR the opportunity no okay so it's any day and I think say I was say getting regulated and I was saying taxes set for that a category and now so things in general either way be depending on what decide on because this even tax for instance a bare matter of percentage and yes a tax so I just say you be juicy now. They can do it in a way even if the church are big crown if there's a tax you are paying and yes it's necessarily taking everything from you That's not what tax really is. There's a way I say in penny for there's a way like on betting me I bet making sense. Down I believe that. What you say?
Okay. But what is it? Say the work can see no awareness it can be bisa no. Say the work can say you taxi mega churches now. Of course the amount that they will pay no any the same like ABA Sebe will be and the church members near like 25 pay. Now omu this kake ebi so ebi crop tax no omu try 20 Ghana cedi because omu music and omu dey very slow. But mega churches maybe also much by 20,000 Ghana cedi a month because omu high. So but only say the awareness can be bit to say there. Say the tax never by 2 church members national. ABA leaders no, they will now impose on members ni more than HSR tax no. Now as I something a problem for the members ni more problem for the pastors now and answer for the church in Ankasa no because they will see say okay we have to pay taxes now no. It's the church members no not because some people no they don't know much and answer they don't know read the Bible no. They will think that it is their duty to pay that tax. Now it's about a problem for the community ni dio. What do you want to say?
I don't know so there who say I don't know there say oh uncorrectness idea so at as here and I bet to say because so and no me I don't think a because you a defensive your company maybe a product I will produce it no our product no a physical tangible product say okay be a company a ideal milk or ideal milk it's because we pay taxes no a be a saying say any to price so in the price normally a be a 1 Ghana because of tax into the 2 Ghana not say no not say who I won't like what you say but church in Tessa church no and yes be a faith in no say oh bad this is what you are paying for faith and Tessa and no into so chakaboma and Ghana me who on the bit me affect even the members themselves so bad like if there's an awareness because if you on be check no like say be about maybe I appeal maybe because they are saying this it says for example maybe a pastor in here new car into Mumbai and no but to say so you'll be more audit into the books of the fence so that's what say this is where the money is going now. What I point out first was as can this is where the money is going and no na tax simple. What you are saying in also because say be tax into no kwa check them a group so I don't know it won't work that way because any tangible products and now turn like I say the price to products so and now tell me Jana say
Matthias what can I say? Okay. And for you, that you will say yes. Churches should pay a tax one way or the other.
Yeah, one way or the other because reality doesn't care about what you yet yes the organization like the concept behind say mamuntia tax say for charitable say so like fine faith near the ABOBGD and also to meet you yet it's a sentiment but reality doesn't care about that. Sikana just say cause nothing is coming back affect the economy and one and 2 organizations you are generating revenue. Whether you would like to believe, say, or charity or whatever, the organization is generating revenue, a large sums of revenue. So what you are saying, so it can't just be just in Janice Akeke. Say because faith in Tiana who that's what I believe.
No, okay. Good submission. Mantaya honor Mohammed Tobuka.
Yes,
Mantaya, that's
yes,
Mantaya, and it was what saying because I would in Campo, what they all come out in Mantaya.
Oh, as in thanks a lot to Kofi Max. I think we educate me about some of these issues, but I think it's why we educate here on this issue about taxes. So CFS, they wouldn't be you said the church is a business, the Jesus is the product, and the pastors and their prophets are the beneficiaries. And regardless, I think that they should be paying taxes to help with the state. Because Ghana, so and the church is like a black hole. It doesn't come back to benefit the society anymore. And I think they should pay their fair share of taxes. And yeah, a branch back when they can. You can say church in infant is seeking member abino, but a proportionally, right? So what 10 especially say members ye 10 you be kind 10 no number 2 tax. So what mega church so you be kind congregation and now the 2 tax to be fair and to be proportional. So I think that they should pay their fair share of taxes, because guess what? Omu use the same roads, they are building mega churches, they are not adding any value. You know, faith, all they offer is hope. You know, they just give you hope and they say, oh, afterlife now, we are selling this salvation to you, we are selling this hope to you. Say, we'll call heaven. But nobody has any proof. Internet, it's just a mechanism to if anything, to take money from the people. So on balance, I think that they should be taxed.
Okay.
And
I would say the Kofi X the kind, no. Was it beginning? No, the reason why now they were exempted, no, said they had a very good a positive impact on the society, on the community. That was originally what the church was used to stand for.
Yeah, but you have to understand, say, the church, you know, is the creation of the politicians, of the kings and the kingdoms at that time. So it was a tool used to control the people. Catholic Church in the creative, you know, no money, your friend.
Kofi X can say, we are speaking about Ghana. You Ghana, you can't say no.
Yeah, but I say if you baby in the bag, Ghana.
Every baby in the bag, so can say if you lost, be one night we borrow from somewhere. Because obi edin kan ade maybe because of Ghana na yen hu ani so a omo ti me country bi a omo call the same situation mu no any laws bi omo dey regulate omo self no say they buy a bit me so but be every baby doesn't any problem no.
Yeah, but because I have say so them say abrochi say no untimi mfa penny ba kokura wa sorry sikim emma pastor no yusu man ho a ye mechi no, because you are accounted for everything. I have say no so far you say church board or financial people who were into the Sikano, Ahano in churches, no Sikano, and pastor, your friend is accounting for them. Which at the end of the day, accounting and they call IRS, accounting for BBR. Into the pastor has no rights or then Sabako Sikani Krako Sikani. You can't do that. It's all called.
I will see. I want to work mono. You were speaking, and I'm creating church, you know, to dupe the people to. So I'm to hope need faith to be my.
And we beside the point. And we by the way. The proper question.
Can be do what I say. You put you into question. I know what Jim.
Different question.
And only regulations that I can have some no.
Yeah, there should be regulation, but Ghana no regulation be anyhow.
Yeah, anything here Kasafa or Mantaya. Tina Uba focus ni answer you want to attack. You come and attack and kwao.
Seto had day. Seto another my own day. Kevin or the Abamisu or the Abamisu. Seto di or the
Medica why I wear say by the taxation and come I am for. So, but see, and I have conversation with Shas, and I'm margin another be say because I am for now. Now I am mayor for because mega churches in there definitely and Kamun Kwana and Ubin Kwana Waganaka, yes. But see, I'm who say what churches be so on now, or more decent, or more shed I need to be decent, almost enter Stormana, and to my work with them in Finfin. But
Seto Kai say, Sa church now, Waka say, Yankee to one, or Musikeswa. Sika na na yebehwe so ne dia taxi omu enye se bia yen koka ntro mu se collection munya 2 cedis a yen koka so munko tua 5 cedis debi sika na munya no
manta entity bi tele make kan wase no wo de nya to wase ne tie bi according to Kofi X submission na wede my beginning okay before say exempted churches from paying taxes no they had an impact on the community. They were doing something for the community now which it was seen so valuable now and they shouldn't pay taxes. The churches had a benefit for the country, for the nation. So what is here now? And then the system might change here. Amount for
yeah, but Seto, what you are not getting is I disagree with your premise. On balance, you know, send your oka say, minimum so beka say, oh, I saw in the bag Ghana no, omubesi presec, omubesi achimota, omubesi way. But maybe so person me sure say on balance, you know. Sika na omod twifi Ghana no ana sika na omunya wo Ghana no de omo beye no just your friend is say sika kakra bi no omo invest in omo di nya sika bebre it is say seto it is say the wa kompo anu hu na ukra dawa na wo de fish ketwa ahye ye kan say dawa nano na wa to ato nsuo nim na wo say oh obi ba no bisa wo say oh I'm feeding the fish they be ukra dwembone oh kwa akwache nam no kese no wo de ketwa na ekoje kese no. That is where I want you to come from. Who can say, oh, or mobile, no mobile, say it's a good on balance. On balance, no. No, see, I the question now, besides,
the coffee X a car, no. Said the church, no. Also, would say coffee X, and you like the submission I will make.
I like the submission, yes, I like it. He was saying clearly, say at that time, I say a come see Ghana, Crampon 83, a come see Ghana, no. One of the move organizations now, a lot of people in Ghana no, was the church, was the Catholic church. I don't know what I say. But do you know that the Catholic Church is one of the richest? If it was a country, Vatican would be the richest country in the world.
Mantaya, can I come in? Argument na what I say. Okay, me and I'm at that point. Me say be my counter point to that. Say the be who argument. The cat they were the entire Eugenia so marana. That time, no, this is what the people saw. Politicians or one no more marano, nanano wo me woo, you who say they are sorry no, and who here, and who one for so. In Tina, your mom, that was the understanding. Yes, you can also argue, say, okay, that time, this is what no more see school, no more you. But Sika or Mudisi school, no, it was just 1%, only the 99% equal outside. And don't see an argument. But you can't just argue, say, what they were doing, you know, wasn't right. Of course, they were doing something right. Whether they had some back thought, which was detrimental to their society. And also, if there's an argument to be made, because it's true, Sika Catholic Church, they're free Ghana, no. That's an argument. But Emrani actually say, at the part no more that exemption. The question is, do they still deserve that exemption and not women deserve it? I just want to put something across. Ahmed, the guy on the left way, and I think that yeah, okay, but in the microphone won't be into Katakra at least.
Yeah, because Enyandrus is over Kasa. Mohammed, I said Tobo men Kasa, you're going to line by line, but Drus no Kasa. Mohammed, Mantaya, it's point now. We can't have seen and say, okay, at the moment, how our church in operate to Ghana, okay, men can't say they are not like to me. Then they mean who some churches now, mega churches were Ghana now. As Omu do poor man for. Omu begin a church in Ghana, pastor or church of Ghana, obeto like Rolls Royce. O they say na obeto or no obeto Rolls Royce. And no the other Ghana no say they boast to actually people say car with the money. We go up when you go and Jesus in church be Manchester. We nipa o church members need be impon ni baby that. Now who say customer call to Rolls Royce. Now say the boast. Now as I say Japadia and who we are seeing my way and one here on
yeah, but settle. So premise no na me person me push. A hold on, me person me push back kakra. Just a little pushback. Say a church is now bano. Just because omu dupi ni pardon. Me person me catch you say the mother snake from the beginning. No, the thing was corrupt from the beginning because Kaise na Catholic Church no omuton salvation no omuton ye fe be absorption. Semi wosika and semi wosika sisia metimi diboni a mepe bia me hu se be ba be wunu menyi a na makọ pope no na ka say oh pope me wosika say me dey mamu nti monto heaven mami it started then ye ne eno na pushback a me dey ma no wo person ye bibia say the church no eh right na emum ebi mu e na abefa no ma say no but person get you say the well is poisoned from the beginning.
Okay.
From the source.
But the argument we are speaking about the church should pay taxes or not, and the people are giving their opinions. Because the church is right, and you can't be say based on the system now, you won't see okay. Should the churches pay taxes?
Anyway, maybe I'm not getting it. Maybe from Kasa. Maybe I'm off today.
I'm off for good news.
Maybe Kasa. I'm off today.
Yo, with the Agusafo, na se mesa achiamunyina.
Mohammed Bedru, the next one.
I think that Kofi X was softened argument because I think that last week on that point it was firm say the church has to pay. And specifically, my position was say I don't have a problem. Oka say sorry no into tax, but Oka say generalize no say sorry be into tax. That's why I have a problem. The argument no be no. Ebia Jina say one, especially what Seto you just said, say, so for me, Rolls Royce, no sign of a boss too. Now, do you have any evidence to prove, say, a sorry no moon, a soft ninya and a sikato Rolls Royce? And we at one point, because for all you know, no, a soft for be a year Juma, Ube Komruka, maybe a Juma or ye, and on a fetching that money, a Juma no tia tax. And you cannot say without evidence, say, so for no one is care edible, so therefore we have to tax the church. Again, Mantayaka say, sorry, no, doesn't give the nation anything, but he's failing to understand, say, and Kofona was sorry, these are the same people, what institutions, tax at the end of the month. Enti, Obi ye Juma, Bosume Swan, Nipano Sika, or Jawanya Juma, or Tonema Okron, Bosume Swan, Nema or Ton, would just tax. So far, Nidinda payroll, so a Yetianacano, so for no yet, would just tax. But so in this case, we say that here for awareness ball, sorry, be any sorry, you know, musica outside. Awareness ball, sorry, Church of Christ, musica impo, a free crone woman and call the next town. To make sure say, Sika Umbenyano within community now, this kind of within the same area or more. So in this case, no members now was sorry, no beer when a deeper and I say the institution or Ejuma will share tax. I want Ejuma or so. Sofo dano a sofo no bosume so ayetua ne kai etua sofo ne sika so tax enti correction a yajeje a ebia ye de koto akonya abesi asori dem asori ni ba bi pebibi anase okosko ye de aboa no kakra no se sika na yaje no so na ye ntia tax if you say yes we are not being fair enti na make us say ye generalize na then I have a problem so ka say ebia sofo bi akoto bibi abeton was sorry them was so therefore then what tone won't you have tax? I don't have a problem with that. But say a sorry no tone be now members now was sorry a you modument tax. So far or da no was so you try and also tax. Now omu correction I had 12 more you here paint over the better omu here training over the better yes I got tax and free tax there. Then I have a problem with that.
Okay, interesting point of view. Kevin X, who will be the campus good news kind of
like Obo nipa mienu.
Kevin Sykes, sorry. Why confused? Kevin Sykes, Kevin Sykes, Mr. Kofi, sorry. Kevin Sykes, who will be the campus the Mantaya good news kind.
Yeah, the all Canadian. Me understand maybe you're free, but no, but I no deity. To say the outcast say what evidence this answer say no. Anytime can be said to you uncrofu what you say. To say for example, say be auditors this answer say no. So what you say. Me I'm not an auditor. I don't know say if any of us is an auditor. What you say. But they will wear your conform war name dear. I want me to how munim how much me share minimum. What you say? Omuch ma share minimum etime who say nipa we assume say maybe this church and this how much they are making and this is where the money is going. What you mention say? You bet ma share who say nipa we on that this organization no. What you say? And this is how he's making his money. Sani ma we nyina no you wear it be share mu. It be say it is a old it nima it a shemu say no. And I said, "Uvia, no much me atnas no decide okay, they say there, this is the and who said this is the pattern. Every church they made this amount of money and it goes this way. There's always going to be a pattern. Based on that pattern, and then confirm bet me as atnas or what's no way to me, I'll legislate him. I know what decide. This is how we are going to tax and this is how we are going to so but only the one person na woman and you quite say oh say this say and your first say what say obisika abra ibs can talk ban sense and na and you na wo can say because you the you even asori no crampo onu na wo ka say bia ya so bia for no but say omutu electricity omutu up to now na so mutu electricity so but that stop them from having the church. What did I mention? I say, if you which other kind of a bills being and still paying it, and only it doesn't stop the church from.
I'm not saying and I say get tax it will affect the church. That's not the point. The point I'm saying is that members now sorry, they are paying tax already. Se osofo no so empo onya adwuma ne se asori no tua ne car da sika ne etua so tax enti sika na aka ne yen a yetua ye tax no ene yen asan ye contribution say okay says ka we dey fa mo asori no ho bra
yeah me ba like
Kevin maybe push it back kwa ha nti fa de say sisi a momo tax a yetui me makoye adwuma na maji me pay a yetua me ka wi wo Ghana no me momo tax na esan she bi kotokuru se me ye momo a yesan tua ka yesan je me tax nti the only AK there masa
Mantaya
kasa awareness what you
KTO meet you kasa
yeah awareness
awareness I make come for
tax on tax until now people are of the view say momo tax ni etua no wrong are they wrong there wrong and no
okay awareness voice now after that say voice now yeah your kind of here
good news say
just to the good news kind I have one or two to say maybe I think the man down there was here okay first of all okay we you say you don't pay tax on tax and anyway mobile money example mobile money you are not paying the tax on the money you are paying the tax on the services that's different thing and you see can a service no and I tax okay that's and good news said a few things I just want to maybe probe that a bit the first one I say we can't prove the source of the income sorry no something what the roast raising you can't prove the source of the income I think that's and then Kevin Sykes kind auditor general near there Scanudi 100 years there are people who find a way to prove say Scanudi and that's way to be for us to know where the income is coming from. First of all, we have a way to find out. But secondly, if the church is going to be honest and going to be an important institution in the society, I think that these things should not be something I would say they have to hide. The source of income of the pastor, I would say clear. I think that is something we can deal with. And I would say pastor needs tax on his salary. That is true. Means we tax on the salary so. But me patronize any service. It is a mobile money na intina utia was a service in the media. And you say income tax. Say me company media me workers in media ubiaka. Pay na media na tax was so. Me workers in ubiabitia. Come me as a manager and so me salary media tax was so. And yama me toya me di me product me told media tax was so. At the end of the day, the profit I mean and also so what time tax also until that we can't exempt the church from it just from the fact that pastor needs to tax because bank manager and I say corporation the manager and switch tax but omoton ade na paso be baso and also need to tax also and third one was the money stays in the community. It's the same thing. I can use a corporation as an example. If it is a Guinness Ghana Limited alcohol, but yeah, say in the history of Ghana, the companies they've done a lot of charity work. Guinness Ghana Limited, they be a SMBC and a but every month they are also tax. And what manager be or Jumo Guinness Ghana Limited be tax. But at the end of the month, at the end of the period, and for some be and also the sack with the tax increase. Until I think such a thing is bit my
okay. Okay. Yeah, first one, we call Mohammed Awal. What's your name? Mohammed Awal.
Hello.
Yeah, double boy.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, no, I'm rich and there's a mission and pick man. I in the Murphy platform, no, now. Offender because I the major. I mean, I'm about to tell a major Adam and pick him. A mute to move up. I have it in just it too. No, I said to on your fair. The matter no money. Okay, on your phone. Brother Samantha, okay, you said that Christianity is a business, Jesus is the product, and the members non why beneficial and feel the as of no did. It's true. Churches, or do we pay tax 100%? Very difficult, but other government find some way to tax them. To them, Europe, where to them, Australia, so say most of the same thing. To them, Germany, the same thing. If they say to a bit free than Ghana Christians, some obey the same like baby. Yenko use 5 days from Monday to Monday, go to church. The moment you able use just 2 days and now 1 day. Now the rest of the day no yeda juma but benefit country no me pe Christianity no over Austria no over Germany no over Italy Holland no but the same thing like Ghana nye yanka dam na mpe ono ndenche but beginning as I'm say to work there was the churches no will help a lot especially Ghana churches and Ghana won't help be metro. We see hospitals, schools, but in what future no abadni benefit? The schools no churches in no obeden, obo dominating yema, watching any fee, especially Ghana, yen culture no on entity ya, then code and code yen obo chin fee. Point one is to one boko Sunday school. From day one, Eboko Sunday school up to 18 years. Obo portray one ideology up to 18 years, which is a busuene film, culture ne film ni na na film. C'est tout American wina if the culture ni na, which is churches especially Christianity and Islam no, one my yefi. As a Ghanaian, as Antefo, Ewefo, young culture on the way of living our young ancestors will live in if you finish now. Into yen na, Sisi and yen you listen Bible, oh my yellow go back. Yakoko Shemosi yen and will live now. Say to your dinner man, even at your young dintum, because from day one, no, Germany would portray a Sunday school up to now. Into no the way, no, churches, no. One help society, no. They have their own agenda with the basic school, or the Bayer hospital to gain us. Mobile be fee, yen culture will never and over dominate and more. See, you can offended. I'm call Methodist offended primary school. I'm a chassis. Tell me, Moko Makaranta baby. I want to chassis. Wednesday, yeah, Sunday school. Wednesday, yeah, Bompie. And with them teachers, or Koran, my sister, me Bible nutum. Upon that, and me a Muslim, no, Namuko, Stelam, the home call prayers no more. Inti, I don't know where the mommy can, no, or they go back to enemy Jay and the Moko Makaranta, me start, which is 2 sides in and we put it to mama, especially my dear manana, no, yeah. Adia manana no ye the muko chaina me few into churches Christianity Islam no ambo eto okay ambo but last in the churches when you pay with your tax me pay the same thing like Spain had Spain obi or church bia wo corner bia no afeso with your tax government no only on here there e 2 members e 3 members about your tax. Australia one or the same thing. Or the government no regulate church, not from Monday to Monday going to church. So a day a week, a week be a 1 day. The rest in your family, without that, in the government, a man on tumpon say to tumpon.
No, okay. Me too. Okasa. Mente okay the tobo my kasa we are messa be said the buy because you feedback or one. So the whole time Obaka say Muhammad our own team impo argument about back is many sample na me wa say okay topic na ye kasa fa one say you know Ghana for ye kasa about the church so mun pay tax and so mun pay tax. Me who the main campaign for Muhammad our who has say okay So bit you obit Spain to see. So bit Austria has it to say. That's what sorry Monday to Friday. Yeah. Government in shutting it down. Government in shutting it down. And no new government in issue. No, the hands obey was said here. Government in the majority say I think the Muslims they bomb 5 times a day. Muslims not be almost no move bomb 5 times on time so more. But we Juma on we value who the time ben I was somebody called Juma. Won't mean there were Juma on cost and you bet me I is sad but Juma be you with. So what is here now? And the new government the bet was a man sorry. But regulations in there were on I am part as a we church be our man or pay you to the government and they are clear. But your government the she told them say won't be ma sorry. So maybe sorry the whole man training in our crampon and your massam. Yes, will be chair with tax. What is here? Mammy tell about one.
So to me bacho.
Canada, excuse me. Not even good news say not to Germany. Excuse me. Man government in over separated 5 times a day. Government man them the educations now European before no what the Christianity pillar is see now what the shas no education look no Europeans nankasa we mu there in your government no catch on monko we put my cost 5 times a day Europe no problem but we educating in such a way there and one nankasa no they used the whole day no to work so they oboko church no or your education or your from right beginning no them na me patch there beginning na what they say ye mu no one man dey no work ho no there Europeans no be Christianity but say to one had ya e bekede wonim hwe about the Bible e bekede when they don't go about the but oju there ebi awo oye Easter yin ebun yina but obian ye na adwuma they don't talk about Bible which is the education in the beginning what they show woman in centuries you know what they show woman where ye fi woman sisiara but Africa na ko seto yakasa 1 2 3 according to Bible yakasa 1 2 3 according to Bible oye education sisi ye wono mindset ye wono ono me ye ko church from Monday to Friday no from Monday to Monday they say to them na me patch nti etum ye go back here there ye education ye go use more days you know to work so there from Monday to Monday we go katna you know churches offended you go katna so them ye betie don 316 every day in Europe until them and I was say to put on my Austria even Austria is not like that. Austria is not like that. Echo Holland, the blacks, you know, were more churches more than the white people. Echo Britain, blacks now were Ghanaians, Nigerians, you know, they open more churches more than the white people. Why? This is the mindset of what the man from beginning, you know, even you did to one, but white people they don't deal with that. They want to patch into a mindset and say, "Oh,
no, I think say okay. One of the good news.
Okay.
So I wanted to clarification. Keke. I think say Mohammed Ekasa now say sorry no Spain sorry chair tax Austria but people say me this is what I know. When say Europe are sorry in chair tax, but I stand to be corrected. Yes.
No, Debbie. No, good news, Debbie.
The minimum say individual no you busa say oh yeah sorry need therefore utia tax no personally but not in the name of the church say be sorry Roma sorry war vance Germany now sorry need to tax no but individual Germany as it stands today sorry no to tax but rather who individual no but I know say the same thing in UK but to say Mohammed can say Austria baby on that's what I stand to be correct but now meaning say Europe no even previously you're not sorry to tax as sorry but rather individual no one now be able to say me sorry therefore a percentage be wow personal income so and then yet for the church for the nation as a church and yet the church as a whole.
Okay, Kevin.
Yeah, there are good news can and no Germany in particular say no. And the person like maybe who side in me one cramp like name is because say my ex be ne parents say or more no na non belong to one church either one of those churches be either Methodist or one of those churches are no mutia or tax personally, individually be a member, be we are required to say at the end of every month be no will be to percentage. I think like somewhere within the region of like 9 or 8% member, and yet even the church itself will church member no. It's no I think later no company be no because of some guys at tax situation no and yi free asori nim what you say obuko down say membership because I was all registered so we are sorry near I was all registered to register sorry now it was every month be anutua a tax wo member no into ko yi free a membership nim. That being said no year specific to Germany also Europe each country be any type of salmusi no they bit say I think Denmark and Norway say Denmark or Norway back say church tax. What you say so it varies. Because yeah, taxation
and
I
know say UK so the same thing. UK sorry
UK then I'm not really sure about that, but meaning said Denmark, Italy say I think Italy, Denmark, Norway, and an as church. It vary, but the whole point is, but also so by quite to say same any kind of taxation system. Yeah, that's what I think. Down to I stand to be corrected, but if that's the case, I know there a problem. That's what I hear. So I'm saying,
okay.
So wait me operate kakra. Just 1 minute. Kofi Eska say me say na be in relation to mumu de na America no. Say services nso na abai na di mumu no. The Indian America say tax on tax no and they say one the telcos na individual and the year no was charging us for the services which is 1 cedi 100 cedi bi abesele bi no we were paying 1 cedi. In return no the telcos were rather paying taxes to the government. Until now, no, when I see tax on tax, is now the government is charging us for the tax, no, and then the telcos is also taking that money from the same amount I which is tax on tax. Wrong. So I don't know.
Okay. Okay. See, Benya.
Matawase.
Alice Kra. Thank you.
Make me a chip win. It will be my medimoja. How me where you mountain.
Okay, wo de kasa comfort say do grandpa things say why busy. Do de kasa na more comfort say do son kasa. Etio Martin. O kasa free man.
Me kasa free US Chicago.
Okay, Martin etio.
Yo. Me da say. Me da wase to wa me akonya na abusuafo e kasa nyina nya me nhira mo obi ansem o kan me gidi say ye to na e bebo ama ya rival at a decision na say be enlighten nyina. Now, I'm talking from me and Kasame experiences. I'm a leader of a church, and I have personally registered a church in the US. Now, a year I saw a Kessia a Ghana, and I made me share some water. And I saw an me baha, me and me waha. And I know the system, how it works here, and I think it will London, so minimum hot kakra. Now, the chini. May I try to draw a line between Yen and Ghana. No system said, for register sorry. Who register no non-profit organization. Now say for register we are state no annual tax. It will be BM. Name you will never be a bit my that is the do's and the don'ts. The do's and the don'ts. Now, if you say, it's not say why a non-profit organization or my name has said, I've been a bit room. Ubit me actually, a charity worker would be ye. I mean, I feel be almost send the back. Now, my friend, if you are a 3 year for orphanage, you for hospital, we. And yet, ne do away, but almost as soon as say, you cannot bath for them. Would be bois or mine or our friends. And when she sana at your Anna say, Utria stop worker or soft one, a It's as a federal assessor or number file taxes in Tim. Nakatia or Genoso tax. As I say, I saw no in making sure say a better the right source. Na a to be assessed or mine in your ifiniform. Na or no so or mine in ya. And into how you know, Sunny at say, as a church, you are not supposed to pay a tax, but they are expecting you to disclose what you have done within the year. And if you have some years back, London, also for Nigeria, also for back, Matthew Ashimolo, unya a bit of issue. Now, state name call after him, but the vicinity for no, sorry, you say, no, this man, sorry, this is the charity worker or yeah, and then a defending now, Oko Ghana, problem I want Ghana, you with the same problem. As of where we are sitting now, America Hanomo. Ghana, she will afford the home so a yes, but for how a walk Ghana, the NSA. In as much as you want, sorry, I can see or more yet, the SS or more yet, a boy or mine. You will need penny go or take advantage. And now almost a year or more business. And which in the mimi said, I sorry be a bookshop. Bookshop now also registered as a business. Oko for books now you have to tax. I sorry a tone any kind of material beer. As I say, sad there in the register now you have no tax. Name say I sorry income say collection tithes, anima no you be to tax there. Even America, how Rebecca say, or more strict on some of these things. You know, Obi and Obi Bissau say Brabitria tax. Name they make sure say you are doing the right thing. And it may not many to a dream, and I mean you did can say I know what cancer regulations and so yeah dream in a sense to say. It's also acquire a basic responsibility. And yes, I say, a penny poor and can any be a sort of my mining who say, I fear you will me, Sika Minya, you know, me the emu 1 seed and not 2 seeds. A bois, a ha.
This dude speaks Spanish, he'll tell you, right?
A banza will be sorry, ain't ya a sorry. I am 100% for the church not paying tax. But when a church registers a business there, then you must pay tax because of the business you are doing.
Martin, are you saying say Ghana as a Ghana pastors, no? So or your pastor or business via because or your church pastor, not or your church leader, you know. So the business no so get tax or so on. Is that what you are saying?
No. The American says the way also for no be business, a business no account ministry.
Okay.
A business I will be who profit a people, but about personal pocket and quite sorry no.
Yeah, but so they pay taxes because they workers and because a church or bookshop will be there when get tax on that bookshop.
Oh, Debbie. Mami nyusu sorry I can say Ghana praise the Methodist now for example. Omo bookshop omo abie nyina no. Omo tua tax ma ban.
Okay.
Because you can book now for no obi betra omo nya profit fi ho. Name collection ya if you asori demo ban de in piaso tax.
Now, okay, and also I can be there as a pastor, no, and a very good say we are pastor. What my journey, I'll bet my insight. It was our system with him.
Okay.
So you as a honomono also a non-profitable organization. Sorry, no, no. Now say be I was a year no, which me be my government. Who say or sorry organization I work where and which me be for the community. No, does it? The amount to be a was a we are and I say be and found say 100,000. Example, American, so we 100,000 a year. Now we use more like 1,000 per year charity. Is it enough for the government? And that's a more percentage they are expecting you to invest back in the community.
If I show a ham, you need specific percentage, a specific when you have a percentage. Namely, they want to see your presence, they want to feel your presence in the community. Osha eha America ha a bit different from UK. UK no afibia or mine Emma Sorniska. Afibia or mine Emma Asornisika. Na ansanse asɔre no wobɛtumi akɔ akɔgye saa sika no ɛsɛ sɛ wodi deɛ wo ka afe no deɛ woayɛ charitable work a wayɛ no ɛkɔkyerɛ aban no na ɔmuhunu sɛ ampa woayɛ biribi na ɔmo ama wo saa sika no saa na kyerɛ wɔ UK nti UK deɛ ɛnsɛ sɛ nka yɛn pɛ sɛ asɔre no nti ama aman no ɔman no mmom na ɛtui ama asɔre no ɛyɛ sika a wobɛtwa to hɔ sɛ asɔre no ne bɛgye na mmom ansanse wobɛnya access to saa sika no wo pii a wode kɔ no sɛ afei mekɔyɛ philanthropic work wɔ ha mekɔ orphanage mekɔ hospital mekɔ ha ɛno no na ɛbɛma ɔmahu sɛ ampa ne sika no yɛde ma wo a wode boa mmɔborɔfoɔ na wakɔgye aban deɛ but America ha no aban ma wo sika na mmom wagyaa wo sɛ deɛ wonya biara no wankasa firi wo pem na deɛ wanya no fa bi kɔyɛ adɔyɛ nti afe duru a yɛde fɔm ba from Secretary of State nti state ko awɔ no ɛfiri Secretary of State bɛba memfa sɛ nka Ghana, me fancy regional office and our district assembly. Ebeba. Now what feeling and penifo ada sort na no obesa feel be a din be a position be a juma udi. Then after mu adoya waye charitable work waye the udi sikaye ube feel now what ya come and no excess ampa. No ye charitable work no. And na de ba ko on say the wo ko to bibi e wa sori ni din ye wo exemption a yɛde ma wo ebi akɔtɔ microphone speakers ɛsɛ sɛ yɛasɔre nti no yɛyi tax free so yɛyi tax ne free so no watɔ no raw but ɛnyɛ asɔre a wobɛtua tax.
Okay.
Aha, saa na tie.
Mr. Ma, mo bu a question bi obetimi abusa sisi ano, okay? Na obu a question bi obetimi abusa pastor and answer we are betimi from pastor and answer also we church
me pastor me o de see the from Catholic pastor the after July no betimi from me pastor.
Is it me from Martin?
O de from Martin and no am from Martin na.
Okay, Martin, sorry say me from pastor because you will be a Martin okay. What question Martin say what say me Martin sisi ano. And you know, obi betimi abusa questions. Say the mo mu dwene fa how are you UK system and US system let you know. But me who says is here said you no can no. That means that the church can decide say be omu benefit and say omunya yeah friend profit but omu gaining like $50,000 a year and kind of $50,000 a year so omu gaining okay. Only be decided how much he's going to invest in the community. Government does the government know say we this amount of sikano in that year? So government didn't be this.
Mepacho, me can say yes and no. Yes, in a sense, say upon no bank account or you do.
Okay.
And a banking system, no. I buy monitor BB a coffee. And you indirectly no with but or gain with him and now or review near on co account to moon conquer sika hen winya and no use you and I know in a sense say enya dia ye ba be say bookkeeping or accounting or report how many months now yeah sorry how many weeks sika hen no and you was and you know yes no dear yes no a partial because on follow up I just a BBS I'm almost suspecting what coin be so. And then they will go and check from what bank. But when you be be suspicious and be there, you are doing your own thing, nobody will go after you, nobody do anything. Name of say me look at me way say what we do is time to time. Yeah, ultimately organize the big mass one more homeless way. And now to make call shelter baby a more any Daniel I said this day be a mom more to pan home did and none pan home could that one I do no matter it would make call your baby mom and now to make a hospital the yen sunny and I could be answer your mom on receipt India dance yourself as sorry as you see baha or bray you now they are profiles and you know I finish now the corner say in case will be person follow up better about fully another children. You are okay to go.
Okay. mami me na uji the system na Ghana system unim Ghana system no so said assurance unim bibisa
me patron minim Ghana system ta.
Okay, so a non-profitable organization. Are they required to do something yearly? And I say, we can be doing it.
If I for Ghana system, no, in twofold. In twofold. You category A and a category B. Category A, no, one more deal, I say, one more provide social amenities. And also, Boba bit my bones, sorry, I can say, Presby, Methodist, Anglican, SDA, Pentecost, one more choose nothing. Gusto boa, and your monk, sorry, baby. One more, send your brother back home. One more system one, a check it. We agent, we software, either. One transfer them when you're open. And 20 minutes after them home could just be a yen smile. Into woman, the no, a yana, a year more in conformity with the laws of Ghana. Now, see, ya were hopefully so a woman to the end say, or tonching, or toilata semina, or ton shito, used to moja, moving out on Tony. But a banner idea, not a big business. And you know, that product aspect, no. And I said, more factory, more anointing oil ton, more factory, more in China, more factory, more use to move that ton there. That factory must pay tax. Now, I saw in the more way, I was so more places our factory, separate from the church. But unfortunately, only be without sort of them, no more their cancer and sick of tax. And it is that category B, and now it had that kind of review. Say, so who ton calendar, who ton wristband now, baby. And yes, I did now who ton a business as a sort of tax. But collection, annual harvest, maybe I know, say, the system doesn't take anything from it. But the laws allow the state to take tax from any other business apart from collection or title. Anything you sell, the laws allow the government to take tax for Ghana.
Oh, now okay, Martin, medasi. For the meantime, okay. Brother, Kefa, Mr. Martin say possible, you know, so my okay. Kefa, all line so.
If I told me what's up,
Kefa, medasi was waiting me to join it. I was saying my. We do a conversation was kasa about should churches pay tax? Oh, you be saying kasa fa hono. Now one kasa also doing fa hono that topic or doing fa hono say.
okay. Let me say last week in the meeting, but not my network and I'm meeting your background. And see so my bedroom no me tiati mun na. The back tax na send your papa your kasa see a canon. So on be tax and come the media they say de nyamesom no tonton miracle items side no what side no na mo yesa o meje tax dia ya na me no mo ya adwene na me san so kran so san stretchery because o yesa o be di o mo so tax a o mo inform ho na ekobasa nipa bi wase the common Ghanaian me fan say oye illiterate on said that ninti ase bi onim se nyankopon emuna obenya ahoto ase de nka adwumade kora betimi aya anase de nyansa betimi aya no de kodan nyame no ono na me na mi sade na nka wo so woye ema de mpuntu aba no esan so de how beto ordinary Ghanaian no so eno na de ba ko a me dwene wo ho but to say basa yenye asori bia tax impo in the sense say ye de tetere o man na enkoso a enka me ne problem wo ho ye yi bibi ato nchen a se obi ton miracle atom so obi di nyame so mada ne sikasem kra no ye bi ato nchen o si Yesu kra na mo keke no astemamuni no o kan bible na o musia ne bisa na tax ewo bible mu atom na Roman for na edi o man no so o mu bisa no tax ho asem ma Yesu kra bisa se temamuni ne krumani ene owo ho na ese otua tasma nyonko ba yesu nim se de omo ye no nyansa nimu de but oma Peter ekoyi sika e de betua ma omo but that kind of tax no nte say yen tax we bi na no ye obi semo so na odi musika by force what I say because odu sunti wa fa wa nti but the me can see an say me fa say aban no ye in consensus say oh asorefo mo ha say as nyamsomfo mommra na ba bia o man na duru no na say mu betima firi mpom de mo bi aba na annually ana monthly sika nyankopon nam na dom so volunteering crofo de beboa mo no se mo betimi ayi bi de aboa o man na mommoa enka eno ye very good by ko ya say yenye ne force say ebi mu ye business nti no yenye tax o so a enyomu na na business ebia on say asore no ukọ impofe social media na register page bia on bisa say a business account and say any business account say non-profiter even though obi the non-profit ni sika o YouTube but YouTube nim say na non-profiter taxes ni niam bi entimi na so ntina o mato din non-profit and a church no so no a non-profit organization this a church ni non-profit organization say law by law who got the tax e non-profit organization so no aya na aiding baba bia sen kaban ne kasa wum a mem de nkamene ombe adwene ne ye ade no register as non-profit organization this a non-profit organization na say who ye business wum toton wum dia then e say nya non-profit bio because you have for na register as sorry nya sa no moye no o se me dia ma akwa onso fa makwa this a wo to nto miracle items wum dia then there's nothing as non-profit na ye sa ense no omo so a meme de nkam no be yadwene but yenye ne a whole in ekobasa ene ebimu anene yi because ebibi to set tight enya sorry bia na je tight oba Jehovah Witness nya sorry bia na Jehovah Witness for nye tight your friends saying GD for enye tight your friends saying Church of Christ for enye tight and sorry bebre enye tight nti se all the tight yes say ye nkrofo de tight e di nyame de tight ye nkwa gibia memi a menye tight ne nso hefa na menyi bi emam
okay
eba afore boy ne sa ne mana kro motonton no kra no wana nya sori bia na egitum nsori mako oba ebia te se memi asori ameko gidi krempo a ye wo nsori ni bi gidi ni bi wo ho a se branches ebi etonton miracle atem se ebi o mode no oil ba ebi nso kra nton te se bia me branch am wo me nton sa ne mana nti se wo se obi to nti betwa tight amame a on se ko ba sa se wodo obi hawa be den abeso ame nti se bibi sa be ko so na de mi hu ne se ye no yenye conscious as sensuous ayadwene yenye adwene se obi o man na duru no as a church ye betimi afa kwan bi so de aboa se na eduru national cathedral mu na de o ma ho de we am de we aba sa na be kwan bi se church nya aboa community na because that is the essence of a church no botai dan kakraka na si won enye ho na nyankopon te de benefit of mine no ene community ni benya mfaso no ene kura mpoma preaching is simple on kasa bebre what you say ti me adwe akra me wo fa tax no say ye no compulsory as sa atrofo ya begina so de bed na so a ye nuanum bebre me kwa sorry na o ye by force ye nto correction ya me sika wo mboto mu a me meti we nya wo kasa wo kana be ma yi sika ma
no
just me who said the way e gwa ura duma e na me ye de me boa me want ya so we mi yi ne we ekoye by say wa ba no kasa bebre na we say na we na o ya enya duma me so enye na be ye duma ba mi nua bi ennim sa de no tu be who say obi ba ko sika osofo wa akote ya ode be hwe na busua no na sofo bi fa we bra na be di we na ignorantly na nipa ndeko na skani na sefre nensam ti ekoya say afi ye de tax afi ode akukuduru obeye because otuama ban o pipesa otuama ban ti obapo na ode akukuduru na ebo
na okay I think if I say we say can we na
Okay. Nti ɛna secondly nso ɛnya asɔfoɔ no nko nso na dan me yɛ so sɛ mo de ediko mu ɛnya asɔfoɔ no nko nso na ɛgye sika ɛwɔ mu sɛ the wolves in the sheeps ne dɔɔso ɛwɔ kristosom mu but ɛba yɛ nana mo no nso so a yɛka apoobo a ɔmo yɛ apoobo pa because asɔfoɔ bi yɛ trɔfo a
brother can you confess you are
why is I'm a good news apologetic for sorry opportunity hey no because somebody can begin and say even though we use churches or has but it applies to most Muslims and in an animal phone because if we know say they also are more accepting things okay to comfort and bosom now man we are so there was a form of acceptance be so on mom so make baby ana
let's go back to the about say nkoko na Julius jini na obey ho akonta
Julius kefa disconnected is here okay because of the network now probably Julius I see do obekasa also so dwen ho say because unya nkasa na
okay me mom die and say what you are tax na mom no obia oton ade
kabi na minti because what's he saying?
Listen, it's say a non-profit organization, you know, and they say what you tax. Nemum obia oton ade e wa sorry dem bia na sorry bia ton ade bia say abefun kun nekika ka ho and when say what you tax. The moment obefi ase aton sa niema no, we break the law. It say oh yeah charity, you know, and I say non-profit organization, you know. If you say what on Sunday money pay, and they say what a tax rule, no, every real, right? It is a tool by Kai say, idea as sorry ni no, and your Bible no, it's man enko yes say when you just say Bible nintina as sorry yes, no. Now sorry no, it's not about the Bible. The Bible is the Bible, and what the church is doing is what the church is doing. Then obiko din se hunu a okate say asofu bi din se mbone a eno nkyere say that is what the Bible is saying. Saa nso na nkrofo ye donation and asa sorry ne donation and also nkyere say that is what the Bible says you should do. Interno de yes sir you know.
But Julius, me get enemy me different. Obi abe for himself. Okay, Julius. So they can't see. I know we are doing, but me pressure. Me the pressure. I can't so I say okay. As a can say also saying Obi ton we do as sorry one now. That is when we should apply the law and say okay once now all ton at the end of the price I basically all ton. It tax an issue. Taxing the pacono. So what if they say we are not selling it, but everybody should come and take this and donate something? I'm twisting. They are selling it indirectly, but they are not selling it. Well,
the moment if the exchange of money, right, at that particular time and space, when there is the exchange of money, say midway aba, magiway, and no is selling, right, and for that, the tax rules has to apply. Now, Tio, yena nano dieno, Tio, one or comfort crama we drew up. Na drive a year juma brabe dasi. And yes, so what charge you say, bra for Ibra 20 bra, and I say 30 bra. Fake ones, no, yes, fake ones, no, how say for 30 bra, whatever. That's or comfort or comfort through or about 1 million pages, right? But something, One day or fake. Right?
But Julius, internet are conform about internet conform.
Yes, internet are conform get what you tax, what you want tax, right? What you want tax, right? Because that is what on idea until the moment we are now sales media and it said tax rule apply. But this idea so far idea Methodist name, Presbyterian, all the Catholic churches, so my the power somehow. Abwe nipa amani pe aduane afidi nipa yes o my good right? At the same time, many yen ya Mohammed and so yeah, you say over yen fee a year in a bushia form. As what the boarding school by no, MIM over yen fee bushia form, and what they doctrine, no, as she say in trim into the school abano. Now all your different creature, right? That's on it. It's not Namekano and
Yeah, I think say interesting. Say will be our line. It says now because to be honest, no. Now because many more yes from people and say they should pay definitely on. And say that is the beauty of the conversation. Is that I mean who know? And say you shall say that you breaking things down. No. Last week they share Kofi X account topic with you know. I thought say I was going to Rebecca said definitely yes. So but at the moment I say two pay. And omu kind of concrete say yes, they should pay taxes. Their canon omu shada say ibia omu say no. But the kefa kan no kefa self receiving. Kefa kan no enka eno be very interesting. Me come me conclusion na obi aso kan adi no na adana kono bi. Senka churches no, especially the mega ones no, okay. So even say yan tax na to omo so because the tax no to omo so churches nyina so a ebe affecting kophobia omunye side no but senka itimi government itimi mo e kan say dey bia national cathedral and drew no because of national cathedral they were able to contribute something for national cathedral. The government that country we say bianca mega churches be on na ba akusi ever they say Antwa they will church be one Antwa a very big e bia na Antwa church we say year no dey na utimi yema Antwa road say na utimi build there. Maybe I would say some manufacturer na we or company because can homogene enough ometing na be on nanka any compulsory do but we should expect from them say they are doing something for the community no say the very benefit will be say no more year before now and until kwampo itimidate tax the class mo tax no can no be helpful so say yan fa tax and to almost so kwampo no but na ye hu empuntu djuma bi wo hono say bia ye say politicians no mo kwaji loan kese a no mo be ya de ketikiti bi si wonum say loan e kwakwaji ye no ehun adwuma na sia na toilet mienu anansa ba ko bi no enu nye ina for but omunye bibi because omuso nyame na mo som no e nyame asem na mo kan dia e wo se mo ya de na eye bibi e be so ani enye se for mo say no any for vacations on Europe ne Asia ne Saudi Arabia na mo ko be na mo Saudi bosu na mo de sira amanfo no e very bad okay Kofi X at the moment no ye there obi ye be sha se bi obi ye be kan conclusion bi na kwawe okay because me pese be what too much Kofi X wo honom.
Yeah, no. I'll just say a conclusion, conclusion statement. I just say me do be asked to say.
Another job be Kofi to bo me say okay. Obi wo question bi obi kan bi a person question and say bi a bibi say yem busa busa questions bi inside your conclusion. Nti obi kan bi a person onya clarification and say question ni pakro na.
Okay, I think a composite done one Mohammed can be about say you can say school for this argument is again say sorry or mercy schools or my churches near the other. I think the argument Mr. Sedu anyway it's very important. I think the argument go further with the argument because somebody say anakasa sorry Roma sorry one be school near the idea. Okay, between school in free. Yeah, calculated things Ghana Kuruno on the average scale magic. I can talk for the collective because at least that's what I can know. I know more. At the end of Omutika no Mejene Ghana and Tina Ghana ho. Omonton Bibia was sorry. I think the collective Omonton insurance near Bibia ho into money intimate taxium. But the Janus answered the fact that on ton, you know. Jana, the amount of foreign reserves, currency reserve, I could say euro, dollar, pounds near the idea of Ghana in your mind because you may be Ghana, the Ghana with euro, in your dollar near but any may be on a foreign currency reserve near the other. I saw in the age because Roma sorry and you see this no they go Italy. Euro and what they are quite account to Italy. And these are the things, of course, I understand say if they do their work as a charity work in India, as a charity organization and all that in India, we will exempt them. But if they are non there are some mega churches they do they do charity work, they do all these things, they don't sell much as other churches are doing it, but economically, like Kevin Sykes again, he was also extending the conversation. Economically, what the churches are doing is so detrimental. Like it's very, very detrimental. And you know, you depend. The constitution change and say, tax. I think we are erring on that side. And I think about first lady omo and yes omo better education. I don't think that was the main issue in Ombisi school. When a comfort the main issue was to get you in a place that is confined where you were free environment. Or no na journal do be show to it was a double-edged sword. They wanted to help us, but they was also to their own benefit. To help whatever they are trying to put into our head. And that's also one aspect I wanted to put across.
Oh, okay. I think the conference why and say like conclusion. Any question in why you mana?
Yeah. Said if somebody has something on
it. Okay, into a kind of peace of mind. Why can I generate here? Awareness multimedia. What
Yeah, I told me.
Now, okay, to also a question, you will be maybe a personal question if I can and I say, we'll clarify something.
Yeah, I was stressing the point, and one key for over kind, say, we need the church management more, what goes on. The choir, if I so a check, a 200 dema as a for man, you never know. And I know also children as a for man and a best because when you talk about the church, you are talking about the individual. And the tax, as a for now, yes, I the bed in the bed, as I best swarm. And yet the swarm, the leaders of the church, ever sign a cattle at their master for now to be. Ever sign a bed. And I think say regulations, no, ever boy. The answer near Namini about Coca say, friends and Bramatin, Kabibi say. America because the Usikan Beko Bank. Most of these established churches now, CAC like category A now can't almost CAC now call bank, and the abandoned person who amount of Monsaka Obi and then and your person we in the community you regulate you will get to know all these things are you be instill it among what me yes rather than say yeah they bed in this aqua for mana. Yes, I saw my sign BBA womb. And no, me, I think say one way or the regulations no ever Buama BBI come.
No, okay. And I mean, who say regulations no. So say before me say regulations they've been saying. To me understand the regulations they on by yeah. They cash okay, so be a church now, okay. This is the saying I was a war to have a church, maybe you have to have your own building. And yes, school building will be school then be and you say be a dime be a chi time will be no better be no making noise. Now as a whole distract amount for it should be a time, a specific time, this time from this time, you can ubit to my church, So
only say Ghana and Kasayam plan Ghana, but there was a time Mikosinyane and me call CAC. And then baby almost said that only that area for churches. So be a kusinyane that obi hu sa de no. Yes, yeah, sinyane ewo nti obi sa area mu no kwa unhu a die bebre is only for churches. Nti sa ne money na your government strategy obetimi aye e de aboa mu obi etimi aye na dwuma ye. So what you say and se said the other pokigami aye asafo no e wo se nya and peniphobia bedano directions until they will see to it the affairs air cost was now won't must yes in say oh yeah report Pentecost and oh yeah assemblies oh yeah something different. No, they will report to the appropriate courtesy. They will call you to order said yeah oh yeah no and fuck it's not in the until I was sorry a binary sorry cooperative Christian council now I'm making sure say the churches are in order.
But you say
sorry, not. But
say regulations in bet my says the government in who says abuse obi our church one now. Then the parcon abuse a clear abuse say the man cement now as the obi so BBC actually be some pictures be on social media so now. You think say BBC and the government should step in and like
the government can even the government before the government will step in, the government and church ebe collaborate no much semra. Inti one kasakura no start here was sorry nan kasakura between so. And I've seen it countless times. It's see that you can't do anything else apart from the idea amount.
Okay,
Because
that
one
means
can say
the church will be limited. The church will be limited to some things. They at the same time, both the church will be limited to doing some things, But the things that they will be limited to doing some things now, they harm the members,
come again. Mental question here.
Say be a church pastor be ekura king. Original sorry them no they both members. What they say na church no kura king no okay. And who be saying now and that's what they both akura be e was sorry them no in front of all the people no. And that's pastor be example where for example we say pastor be a free akura ketu be aba abonten. Na wa accuse akura say what you pay for. Na akura na all the parents all the mama what you say no. These kind of things, do you think that the government should step in and put a stop to this?
Yeah, the government should. Ghana, no, it's like all the institutions are not working properly. Until all these things goes on. But so what churches are training different say pastoral school are fancy and I'm say run a war into sika same can say jiska excessively no. Because nipa no ohun say in a way no one way na sika no but say sorry a war structures no. The church is responsible for all these things. Payment of salaries ni na no the church duty. Inti onko ha no se chinchina e wo se o de kwati kwan bi so e de pesike free asafo no man ho. So what I say inti say am make sure say man be adwuma dia sa da be.
So just to add something. No, so I think the question now we go sana ni say. Sisi ayeka say government emra no message emra ema asore no. One of the fundamental laws, and I say governing democratic states, is the separation of the church and the state. Meaning, say government how say in their dispensation of their faith. Government ain't me made a crime man. Said your canon. It's okay as a government and say. May your soft one say, may do so many minutes or send media ma a boo beach. Now, because he may not allow some media babu beach. I said your question, I'm just trying to paraphrase. Say, let the government limitate the church, which goes against some of the basic fundamental rights. You do, man. Into say,
do you know, say, the church also has a doctrine?
The church doctrine has nothing to do with the law. Church doctrine is you don't pay your as long as it has not, it doesn't go against the laws of the land. Church doctrine, you meet me. And she said, church doctrine, every time I saw so Fukura in Riesco, I know your doctrine. See, the Bible in Siak country, Nemra, and only the church doctrine, we can't depend on church doctrine. Because church doctrine is individual.
My member said the all canon say, or the about should be no. Is it against the land, the laws of the land or not?
Thank you. That's the argument. So that's why I put that in. Into the CIA regulation, sorry. There are enough laws and regulatory sorry in the first place. Noise, and about sorry. There were laws I organize regulatory the amount of noise are between any other. But in
yeah.
There are some regulation I think say we are calling for. It's already there. Media kodia kujina sorry them na media be bona no women and juvenile unit e yamajuma and then nyanya mesom why they say child abuse and then you law for those laws already exist in Titokan say institutions in Juma there are certain things that we've already regulated it what I say but if it comes to the regulation of finance money in and out of the church and I think that we don't have enough and that's what we should be calling but as to the behavior inside the church it's twofold. There were laws regulating it about noise and everything, but there's also another aspect that it prevents the government from really. The government didn't have a show the government is saying what's also, and then of course the government is trying to prescribe for people how they should worship. That's also, and I think that we should also look at it. Yes,
I'm saying, oh, brother, no, we are talking in terms of
awareness, okay, because a big back and forth, this is one making point. I say, Kofi is a making point. Because we move go forward because time on it run. Okay, I can like 10 minutes. Okay, at the moment. And to me moving go forward now, good news apologetics. Who on them?
Yeah, they told me.
Okay, good news. Also, we bet me be question and answer conclusion. The opposite.
No, me then I think me conclude the program. The mechanics. I think a very fruitful discussion. But na me di kan bo Kofi Esaba. So I think so. Or directly and name me yes and can be a better say the o the Kevin and Manta. I don't know praise so. But I think so. And a very good conversation. Now, kakra mechanics say yeah. Ye nyina can I think say ye nya adwene ba ko say. Yes, sorry no. Ye nyinaa yɛboa na ɛfa kwan a ɛyɛ so but yɛka sɛ kyenkyena a yɛde ɛto so deɛ na akɔyɛ te sɛ mpanyinfoɔ aka sɛ wofa nwansena ho ahi na wode abere wo kuro yɛyɛ ne saa deɛ a kwan bi so no yɛbɛha nsɔre no bi a ebi a nkɔmmɔ ahoɔden ɛnnuru baabi a yɛbɛyɛ expect sɛ nkɔmmɔbɛdu ɛba saa yɛde haw kɛseɛ bɛto so nti no in all no meka sɛ ɛyɛ good sɛ yɛnya this kind of conversation.
That's it. Mantaya, who honor?
First, to me, what I say.
Now, Mantaya, if I only know, I say, who could jogging, and I say, oh, yeah,
me could jog me, yes, Sir Jack, before I can say, me battery, Kofi exam said your kind no crack, me battery no. Because it's here, it's a bit to be because why?
Okay, no worry.
Me what your kind, no. Me was so many things to say, but me battery no.
Yeah, okay. If you can't buy a sign, that's it. Say battery. Yes, I buy for the meantime, Mr. Rema, okay. So we'll be a topic be a bit to discussing for next week now. Okay, I'm on for moment. You find to judge is a beer and clear for people now. They will be able to join us with the team and discussing for a topic. Okay, Martin, or Honum.
Yes, I'm Pastor Moha.
Now, okay, Martin. So that's also when I wait to join here. I was watching what you know. I say it also a question. Will be kind of say conclusion. Which me can but now what I say.
Which one? Oh, okay. My conclusion, me touch quick on two. Let me say, me Pastor Moha find some man can be a more on the action. Never about or say or no or Catholic in India. About Catholic. Me Pastor Moha find some me a moment didn't be betray me. Share warehouse baby. Now, Catholic system is a bit different from all other churches. In fact, Vatican is a country on its own. Yes, Vatican is a country on its own. And to almost system, almost running different from every other church. And you know, almost first you can have the call because a country, a sorry, be a we are say a Catholic be a or minor, what is ambassador. Also for what is ambassador, yes. Into almost system, a bit dicey. Into when we are having this kind of discussions, Catholic doesn't perfectly fit in. It doesn't perfectly fit in because of one system running. But apart from Catholic, I think say all other churches now Ghana can fall within the context of our discussion. Now me kind of sana they may catch up one say.
Hello?
Sorry, I may make one. We have a department, a friend say, development and social services. Development and social services. Actually, me a Presbyterian. Now, development and social services, na juma mo say, your director or down head office. Eba bedu local. And unti juma biya mo ye ediabwa kuruna mo woman. Se mo ye charity work. Se mo si dan bi na abwa kuruna. Bibia mo ye diama or mine. You take record and you forward it to the appropriate quarters. And you know, your war head office, no, at the end of the year, only Bibia, praise Bibia, she took Rubium Ayabo or minor at the end of the year. And it is a bank for Honor say, I feel term with Diana Moyema or minor, or 20 books will bit much as a cuckoo is we will, ye will. Major says, running the break may run a set kind of system. I buy some of these informations are very easy. And also now, yen America ha, let me have a Fibia Omade Adeneba, no affair. And until so no person will verify the why not. He just goes straight to baby one listing or call back question and part this on by, then it verifies you. And it may in a nutshell, minimum in I say. taxing the church there, I'm not for it. Name, if by way of the operations, the church is doing any other business, that business is different from the church activity. As I say, we business, not tax. Name, sir, sorry, no, yes, say, money collection, you track tax amount. I mean, no money. Madam was a power senior, say, Mamma Mequinian.
Medasi Pans say, also what dear word you momu crampono. What is what's it about Okano? Also, we are owner of a church, right?
Yeah, Madam, me can send me owner, me a branch agent. I mean, I'm a Dahana.
No, that church now, but still, that's all word you mum. So what said
it? Yes.
Or a Juma or ye. That is what I mean. On it is you will doctors do on a amount for said na Mohammed Awale Kano. Say amount for 5 days a week. So it's really any and entity shaman for my yes, we can condemn all these things, you know. The 1 year Juma now, the tea sorry them on that will not provide him job and that's over there Juma. But so be quite Juma. You be a member point Juma and Mekoyama said, yeah, that's a present and you remember sorry. The whole week you meet my sorry and no problem. So what I say, there's nothing wrong with that. But say be a mini Juma, na me pay BBI and I wasn't coming. I made him a home, them call about them Koko Yibi, me putting in effort. Now me consider them because me bomb players and said about me Juma and when I walk aside against here, but Metias here. But that's Martin, okay, so where Juma still what Jebra only a casa. Or be share unim dear Hasia. Kevin or Honor.
Yeah, I say.
When you came from radio to your conclusion fast, Mark Capers so and Canada, and yes, I move as a catibio.
Maybe they may just say, every country piano, so and they said they are almost city, like regarding law, taxes in sense and similar. And even no country and even Europe, every country they will almost see a taxi church organization. Because of say or more country no omunim say even just basic economics just for the reason of economics and quantity and the kind of impact on currency they understand these things and until I understand they go out of their way to tax these churches whether by taxing the members of the church or the church itself they still tax them some way somehow. Because Ghana say no, meti ubi argument nasio. Kefa nomne ne sa also now for free America now. I understand.
Martin.
Okay, no problem. Be registered as a non-profit. And ABA for charity needs as a Nametia say ABA the Akipa kind say ABA do honoma members, and your churches in nine or monabia or run it to mega churches, ABA do homa or monise we for life bisa metin nasio. But the fact is this, Interamerica say reality there, and fan honestly city. Even the value of Sikano CD Nankasankasa Krabu. Or share the copious amount of money. Say ABA so do honoma, ABA Panasibia, ABA economics or who PhD. Now say woman as a task they say all Sika Ghana scan do is flow any BBA. Or bet me trust at the temperature say this is the amount of money. By the end of the year. Nina because of say sorry. And as Sika no ya print you, who print Sika, won't me just think as also printing more. Sika na and how I be move, they be whether to go back into the system, whether to go arbitrary, wherever to go, and not determine the value of Sika. But as the case at the church alone, the copious amount of money church, without corresponding productivity. So what I say, and I just say cost akeku. One who can be anything devalue Sikano. So into these reasons, into no make us say important say betting atrasi. More experts, no mutimi share, no mutimi who how because something needs to be done. So something definitely needs to be done. At least on taxi churches not in some kind of way. And yes, say be a fully 100% fully way, but be some kind of way. Say be a bit of regulating now. Yeah, because the way maybe I'll cast old taxi. Will be just based on Nema or church anymore. Nema no motor or church anymore. Still, no, the charity part of it say, oh, just say to your offering, and no, still, and they make it the bulk of Sikana churches ni making. What you say, and as I Sikano, a Sika, a actual Sika, what you guys are printing biaka. And Sikano, it is not going in the workers' pocket, and as I Sikano, it's not going into ABR manufacturing, and as it be a cut into product, and as it be, I just say cost akeke. Internal and economical implications and so which comes with it. Into no but me manage because we know reasons in also with me trust no with me share don't see it me like there's something needs to be done about it from at least from the economical standpoint. Yeah.
No, okay. Hey, nice submission. I want making what I say. Say the mechanic Kefa as I disconnected beyond what I say. Into Kefa once again when he has say okay. Or confess you do or no so bet me my last conclusion is Kefa Mr. Why possible joining our cow one what me make a conclusion here or confess you do it you.
Yeah, I'll confess you do. See, now I'll confess you do can say sorry no musika na ma ford we go be no more members be no anka mu dia sorry no kra esika ni bi eye food processing company nanka mu process inuane and say pure water and I say many in me be ha anka sorry bit my nanka first a year kra no anka sar one employ members nanka sa right and you say outsiders so anka the first option members no and mobile employ one nanka wonanya nyuma ye anka be solve problem be play e Ghana who say young akonfo no ye ndi na nanom ye ndi ye na ye wafu mu do afu ni ade se na asore for munya nyen adi munya nyen adi nti ye nyuma e wo afu mu ni ade no nanka mo so mo bua na mo so mo ye but here's the case Kwame Nkrumah factories osisi no asọrọfu ya akwakoto otabe onam ni wege ka ho wa akwakoto factory no ana mo dan factory na dan ayo asọrị ana members na gina asọrị dem esa bompa ise onyankopon ma won adwuma na kire say adina mo ye na de mentimase
na okay baba can say okonfo adentina sa asọrị no otabe mo kokoto adentina na nanu man kwakoto no man kipu na company no na adentina mo nyi bibisa
unse if they are saying no Kwame Nkrumah kra no tiu Kwame Nkrumah kra no na oye na nanum agent right it's na nanum agent me so what you want to say ana okofa kankan nya me be share plaster house whatever it is Kwame Nkrumah no gunsa no ye bibia but the thing is say it depend na obinya deal no say edu echi ne kururu be mu nti no say me akoto a won fa mama right it be nim na ntia the way I will make is a deal no one for
Oma kipu company bi as also churches no dey omo to talk companies no and you say me support to the omo ye me support say church kwakoto company bi no na I say what turning into a church now after the people no omo ba wonom and e ponye asem but point na person make was saying and say but how come they say the churches are able to do this kind of things no but nananom cannot do something now to be maintaining companies for the people to have
if I can come in quicker. Nananom, there's no way Nanamo Kotana every week, every day, no matter first camera. Nanamo Jesus can be a Kevin can say, sorry, no capital, once the Ghana, cast a capital in Ghana. But say if you done a little bit of economics, capital in Ghana, and then Jesus can Ghana, scan on it, a question will be good too. But he says can also not printing exactly and the whole the dormant a paper and yes but when you invest you don't bring it back into the society for it to produce something now you are really taking a lot out of the society nana no muntimi ko nana ho ko hu samre so obi yakoto collection 1 week in there 10 million da ho but you are sorry bi mu sesi ya 100 million e be to abo and yes but says can you are taking so much out of the economy and you are wasting resources because that's capital or the actual pass. And yes, exactly. That question. I think that's how Nana no more deal with me about.
And one brother that kind of.
I follow ya. That's it. Kofi said that's awareness motivated. That's good news apologetics. Yes. Martin made us say, and I opo ye bi ma okra kosia no beje kosia baako and I dey
kosia baako pe o dey akoto factory
I want and then nanu ma we omunye sa o mpaja omunye careful
omunye nanu sanko from omunye nanu there be point na me make you say na and they say okay and say people need something to do omunye have jobs ni bi sa. And the people, it's another moment is our power now to make companies. Am I now? Power be to maybe for them to keep a company so that the citizens it's okay. So the power over the nanum That means another more.
Keeping company has nothing to do with power. It's economics and all these things. And only the and when you also want being sense say no new economics sunishia. Your man capital a big. Nana no are not economics. They are not economics who will tell us how to maintain we. And then nana no majuma. Sorry na effective in raising capital and say sorry is organizing people. It's networking. What do you say? Unko hu busum bia extra nipa 10,000 timoda. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Church is good in organizing people.
But still now we'll be a topic here a bit might discuss the topic we say no I also enjoyed it because in the Bible no once again say cop into the Bible now e be akoye what say me so me say wo kan me say the betri mu say entimi nya entimi nkusiaka en kan sawa but bibi say no I say nya diversity bi wa say na I was very nice. We'll a topic be a bit my discuss here now from next week. We'll a topic and I see later one.
I think say and like could be a one number and if you have any topic I know answer over WhatsApp say too. This is what I feel say we can talk about any other I didn't know. I think so you give us some time
for the meantime because maybe we'll do a topic or
okay. Maybe the topic there I'm always open for every topic and I say in case if you topic be not say one kasa we say then hu nim dey bia na ade na I'm always ready to engage anybody try to bring out topic because me no say about religion na say I'm not really interested in it and I say discussion here no about religion that's not how I approach religion. I don't really get involved but if you come to things that affect everybody even if it's some there were religious aspects in there, at least if you come to the social aspect here, then I think I'm always ready to give some input.
Okay. Awareness, what topic be my Anna?
So last time I catch you why in Ghana industries and to mean survival.
Okay. Why Ghana industries and I said cannot survive. And see, okay, my main trying to one for the meantime. Why Ghana industries doesn't survive and doesn't survive. Okay.
In the awareness so I'm not topic be saying and so I prepare how be me a 2 minute speech be to introduce the topic to us in case you have a topic now just to be aware.
Okay, awareness
so you know what that will be on my na. So I'm sorry Ghanaian industries and survival to Makofi X na ka say maybe my
there be the topic and so and buy and was shall say no church I say the reason why baby will free buy instead of what can who say Ghana industry doesn't survive no it's
just an observation on my year who say industries will be collapse or Ghana into me.
Okay, so like movie industry one example no
aye Nina baby
industry a very broad statement it's also you maybe I would free ban in movie industry be a music industry and I say be a football last week we make an example say football no J Cup only been part but Ghana was one of the first countries on J Cup no but through one of like 40 something years no be J Cup biasa it didn't it is okay it's a good news apologetic
yeah
Anna topic being so I say very good and say I didn't know young parliamentarians now most of them no were Christians and Muslims no what you mean Ghana a good year could 10%. And then what is suppressing them? Is Jesus suppressing them or what? And into what you mean a good year gold diamond it could 10%. Now we are Okosanko Bobosia, Okoton 10%, we are Okosanko Bobosia for 200 million, not on the cat.
Once again, Julius. Topic. Next one topic be about has say now. Yeah. Was or you Christian or you Muslim, you know. Who is or you Christian and or you Muslim, and into no yes, Anna say.
Sir, I can only Christian and as a Muslim now can be wisdom. No, suppose Christian is say wisdom, right? Wisdom. It's wisdom, you know, or the wisdom now for 10%.
It is that means when you Christian, Papa no.
Oh.
It's because it's said that we can't see no okay. Him say and the same logic we say no. Say kamena may apply am na no man. Come back as me insult wo mo because na no let one na amrofo ne ba beda da wo mo sa na mo beka mrofo baba da umtimidi J that 2 minutes from us and they one
Also,
complaining
nanano de tio, nanano no wohono no, and no what the to me a tio ne bayu, and the ebe come one coin. Wow.
Busa Kevin X and nanano to one of the two best.
Me say tio, na ya him for ne kano, na ya him for ne kano. Yeah, him for no history no.
Or comfort Julius. You have a topic. You have a discussion. Say you have a topic. Good apologetics. Do a topic or
yeah, if I'm coming out, they are all kind of the topic I be a bit near year free. You can only say, and only be education. Why you see you two go there? If you are running a bit price at also. You intimate price into so. It's not anything be any penalty Jimmy keke. There are mechanisms, there are laws, international laws which determine international trade in the other. Question is legitimate, but there are reasons for it. It could also be a topic. The entire would to go there. When you go to America, say me €1,000. When I back to say me €60. But no, I draw bet my rabbit one month. And on the next be the penny for Jimmy and I say dear, umutrimuned kakra umudie. But there are also international laws in the Miami and also at the and no credit
yes, so the mention of Christian or the buy now a ginger.
Exactly, Christian if you and fine.
Because I say you dialogue and you say to attack one you say open dialogue. And the one is there, we say they are Christian into or yes, and now but doesn't mean the but what they have to front one of good news apologetics. Oh, maybe can't topic if you want them.
Zeto, yeah, but this topic we buy and they buy me tell so you say the parliamentarians no say they are exempted from tax. And I maybe yeah. Say a big good say about discussion no so.
The Ghana Parliament for no, we are exempted from tax.
Yeah.
For what reason? Didn't I say didn't
for what reason?
It's bet allowance, you know, they have it.
Parliament, government, they talk. Na car no so na ya sa tan mo se car no be import ya ontua import duty.
Masa me say petrol call better crab.
Petrol what I say the all kind dey say very break say topic no dey ban dey cast dey ba ha e be so aten bibia.
Once again me dey settle the tick obi all platform be anything so change settle doesn't mean say me bibia o. Enti topic ni better say na me silence about it. I just mean limit me can meaning all these kind of things, you know. Say parliament for months.
Some of us no chale. Say how who's here one so say common sense need you how yeah it doesn't make sense but who's some of us abuchina etino some of us abuchina etino am I desensitized to certain realities what he has here back home
because a person I'm saying according to almost Joe Biden were releasing the tax the chairman buying the BBC we're reading the tax we're releasing tax record and that means that the president now won't put your tax according to the US laws but parliament for the moon tax
the Ghana president in tax they don't pay.
Okay. Ghana the income of the president.
Yeah, I think if you have been on the income tax, you know, they do more in the with your tax name. But I think what he's pushing at and say there was some laws on
Kufisa disconnected what I saying, okay. Well Kevin also a topic if you remember now.
Oh no, for now you're okay.
Okay.
Just say discussions now having as I cooler. In the discussion we are somewhere to border. Some more any contribution be now just make minimum so I'll just let you know.
No, okay. For the meantime, the FNC was saying okay because my cover time was saying. So to SSK. I said that good news kind was saying conversation be saying I think say you good. So nipa to me join now to me share margin a very very interesting, okay. I didn't expect say Ibenya people now they will say definitely say no, say they shouldn't pay tax. They will use no as their answer. But I think say that shows say sometimes if you project something, you could be wrong. Before say
I was said to now or preconceived mind says yes, if we will attack it all the Christians.
Yeah, because to me, there be kind of say or conform, Mr. So me, I'm a couple. I can say last week, Tama Kofi X edit topic we buy, okay. Me can say yes, and then I can say yes. Emma, me can say the only person at that time you can last week program now. The only person he or can say no good news apologetics. And I'm because very nice. At least near one person or against say they be interesting. So what they say now. But and then the drew has say no. Say the name I could and mama who say yeah it me kasa because obia was the reason why now I can't say yes and also can't say no. At the end of the day, and interesting. So we continue. Okay, that topics now the go has say no. At the moment they mean choose move back okay. Why Ghana industries doesn't survive? And the awareness that this is a topic we buy. And also Ghana for see those so can say yeah. So Ghana for 2 gold now, okay. They cannot even put the price on it. So be the better catch we will buy it for 10%. BBC and our account. But for month in ton, and also so no because they don't have the education for the materials. So they can
vote to our parliament. Ntino Obrunina ka say obema 10%, no. Not 275 parliamentarians when you vote to yes. Obrekwa mentiase. Wow. Ntino Uncle Betty say no, we want 50 and 20%. And that's whatever and they yen to kura, yen to. In fact, now they allow them to dig, and then we don't get nothing. And after they end up going to IMF, World Bank.
I think they should do more study or know how they can process their own raw materials. No, and the problem because they be no done.
The problem no. When you are privy to such things are coastal in the production field now, majority of machinery now production no, and yet Ghanaians need there.
Of course,
the your friends said the natural resource and the raw materials no. Into nipa no the machines never be too, but the ye bet me your bargaining power. It was said a conscious savings. And the could do some people. So say the Saudi Arabia started and no year, America a big moon to Saudi Arabia now on to more oil. No, they had the oil, but it got to a time the company became their own. On the top says I'm a company by a penny for no, they don't spend judiciously until it will the piano they are lucky behind. Or started with the oil production, oil field, or Jubilee field, or machines out to in a BNY there, into be never be two. No, I had 1 more percentage or no beginning. Anglo Gold Asante or a Ghana for machines they go. There be into how do you determine say, oh, I'll be turn price I'll pay? No, it can't happen.
Exactly. Okay, the point
this is what when America a topic not they buy. It's very important if you're able to you define a topic not they buy. Very good. Just example, cocoa. We are the second largest producer of cocoa in Africa, but cocoa bean has no value. And as a value in your cocoa bean, mono. Yen if you cocoa, but Switzerland is making more money from chocolate than yen cocoa na and adding here because raw material cocoa, any value. Belgium, any value, you add value to the raw material. And no. Cocoa chocolate. They've added value to your cocoa near. And then they determine price because cocoa bean, cocoa bean on financial. But the chocolate bar so what we do the I've added value to. And then the mom of me at the price is just near man. These are some of the things I'll tell you, etc. If you don't produce our own thing, add value to our raw materials, there will be a price.
Exactly.
And
okay.
Yes, no.
Awareness. We time also. We don't be asked. Okay. Topics ni na ho. It's the next week we aba ha say na. Na say ya topic bi am e bit ma share several of these topics na dia aba ha say no. Ghana industry na anything survive. E bit ma kasa fa ho. Say and take the whole program e bit ma kasa. You can say 1 hour, it me kasa the next 1 hour so another topic program very good, okay. And the event what I say for the meantime, it will be asking. Once again, okay, I appreciate it. Say 3 hours, 8 minutes, near kasa sisi hour has say. And I want for Ajina was saying. a time and energy you're waiting on us. Mommy and share videos no Mr. Ma, mommy and share said the bear so ban for so. Moon like videos na mon share said the bear so ban for so amount for us. Na amount for so any say young quite about Tanya Casana will be asked or videos no at the honor for nothing. Okay, mommy and share. Moon like videos no Facebook on YouTube. Okay, na mon leave comment. Said the bear a bit rich. Kofi X, me da say, and Kevin Sykes, me da say. You know, or minimum the quality I make Kevin X the whole time. But Kofi X and Kevin Sykes, me da say.
Yeah.
Good news apologetics, me da say. Awareness multimedia, me da say. Okay. Kefa, me da say. And a Martin or joining us, me da say. When be on the join, man tires also me da say. Say when I'm joining and I'm going to leave more contribution or platform is so. But will be asked to SSK, me the man be see why okay. It's nyame ya adoma next week you be say share what I say okay God will be share na ya to conversation so it's me the man be say ya it's for mama ba
So Muhammad never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying in public. So Muhammad never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying in public.
So the Prophet ﷺ starts to weep.
So Muhammad never cried.
So the Prophet ﷺ starts to weep.
So Muhammad never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying in public.
So the Prophet ﷺ starts to weep. Anta ya Rasulullah, you too, O Messenger of Allah.
So Muhammad never cried.
You cry too? We're not used to seeing you this way. We're not used to seeing the Prophet ﷺ break down. We're not used to seeing the Prophet ﷺ weep in such a fashion. And Rasulullah ﷺ, as he's holding his son, who has now passed away in his hands, and the Prophet ﷺ looks at him and he says, Yabna Auf, O son of Auf, it's rahmah, it's mercy that Allah puts in the heart. Allah put this mercy in my heart. I can't help myself, right? I love this child. And Anas radiallahu anhu said the Prophet ﷺ started to weep more. And we were staring at the Prophet ﷺ, and of course they were crying with him. How would you not if you're sitting?
So Muhammad never cried.
Of course they were crying with him. How would you not if you're sitting?
He's always in seclusion, praying to Allah. He doesn't cry. So Muhammad never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying. Never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying.
Wow.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Chairman, any.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Say Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar.
Never cried. There was not a single hadith or any narration that Muhammad was crying.
Wow.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Chairman, any.
So Muhammad never cried. There was
Say Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Yanan Kremofonu Allahu Akbar.